think keep in mind we can.
Do I need to press play on the camera?
Nope,
Well,
nope.
okay.
As long as it's plugged in here, that's all we need.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Stratford Spartan Marching Band. Good evening, football fans. Welcome
Good evening, and welcome to CPA for tonight's playoff football game. 3A playoff game between the visiting Westmoreland Eagles out of Sumner County, coming in with a record 9-2, and your homestanding CPA Lions coming in undefeated at 11-0, the 2 seed. Our CPA is CPA going up against the 3 seed in Westmoreland. We are on the air a little bit early, about 10 minutes to game time, to allow us a little bit of bonus coverage here so you can watch the Stratford band along with CPA's band students performing on the field in pregame. They're going to perform the national anthem, too, in a few minutes along with the Westmoreland band. So it'll be great to see those 3 schools playing the Star Spangled Banner together. This is Phil Newman on this Play On Sports broadcast, along with Courtney Baker, CPA Junior, bringing the broadcast tonight. Pleased to be with you. Just enjoy the band for a few minutes. We'll be back with you with some introductory remarks and comments about tonight's matchup in a few minutes. Thank you.
Chase Smith and James Elliott each have over 40 tackles, and Robert Brown leads the team with 7 1/2 quarterback sacks. And now, CPA fans, please welcome Coach Steve Harris and his Westmoreland Eagles to the Den. Westmoreland is 9-2 on the season with wins over York, Macon County, Glencliff, Greenbrier, Sycamore, Allen County, Cannon County, Goodpasture, and Eagleville. Here's the starting lineup for the Westmoreland Eagles. Number 3, Wyatt Carter. Number 7, DJ Smith. Number 7, Spencer Hodge. Number 16, Justin Graves. Number 20, Lane Trout. Number 32, Brad Evans. Number 34, Stephen Johnson. Number 44, Patrick French. Number 50, Luke Hall. Number 52, Jay Wright. Number 60, Dustin Duffer. Number 63, J.C. Fitz. Number 65, Dustin Tolley. Number 73, Marcus Trout. And number 76, Josh Kemper. Once again, fans, let's hear it for the Westmoreland Eagles.
Well, folks, back on the air with you. About 7 or so minutes before scheduled kickoff, we'll go ahead and do some pregame remarks, comments to get things set up. Here you might hear Jack Cawthorn, the outstanding PA announcer here at the Academy, doing his thing on the speakers. Brand new speakers this year, matter of fact, here in the Den. Big game, no question. This is the round of 16 in 3A playoff action. We mentioned the Lions come in 11-0, undefeated, and Westmoreland comes in 9-2. Westmoreland comes in, for those who may not be as familiar with the Eagles, from Sumner County. We mentioned that. They made the trip south. They have had a good season. Obviously, they're in the playoffs in the second round. They are in District 9 AA. They finished on top of that district at 6-1 in district play. 273 points for, 114 points against. They won their last 3 games of the regular season, and they were up ahead of White House by a couple games in District 9 AA, followed by Sycamore, Goodpasture also in that district, Greenbrier, and then Macon County. Of course, Goodpasture came in here CPA last week and left with a 62-31 defeat at the hands of the Lions. Westmoreland comes in having defeated Eagleville, then defeated Glencliff, lost to White House, defeated Cannon County, then they defeated Goodpasture Christian 18-0. That is the one and only common opponent for these two teams. Lions have defeated Goodpasture twice this season, once 14-7 in the beginning of the season and once last week. And then the Eagles have defeated Goodpasture 18-0. So a shutout. They have 4 shutouts on the year. The Eagles, a strong defensive squad. They also defeated Allen County, Sycamore, lost to Gordonsville 35-6 on October 5th. Then they defeated Greenbrier, then Macon County, and then last week they defeated York Institute 35-7 in the first round of the playoffs. So in the bracket right now, it's CPA taking on Westmoreland in this second round game. The winner will take on the winner of Cheatham County and Fairview. That game going on tonight at Cheatham County. We'll try to get scores if we can during this broadcast. Not sure if we're going to be able to, but of course our eyes will be fixed mostly on this game. There will be an invocation coming now, followed by the national anthem.
Competition with Westmoreland. And Father, we know this game is important. Help us to realize it. The game of life was won for us a long time ago. And Jesus shed his blood at the foot of the cross. So as these young men compete with the intensity that football demands, protect them that there be no serious injury. And Father, help us in all that we do and say and think. Bring honor and glory to your name. And as we walk down the path of life, when we get to our last days, take us home to heaven, Father. Where no one ever moves again, and the seasons never end. This is our most humble prayer in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Now the prayer will be followed by the national anthem. As we mentioned, this will be Stratford High School, the guest band here at CPA. It's a great thing to have Stratford back with us for a second week in a row. And I think Westmoreland's band was going to get involved too. I'm not sure if they're in that, and I don't see them down there. But CPA and Westmoreland band doing the national anthem. I may have said, yes, it's Westmoreland has some folks in the mix as well as Stratford and CPA. And there go two of our, that's Mitch, drummer, and that Nathan, two football players in the CPA band as well. They're playing in their uniforms. Pretty cool to see that. So here they come, the captains coming to midfield. We'll tell you that Westmoreland is a rushing team, no question. They have their quarterback, Justice Graves. You'll see Graves, number 16 at quarterback, has attempted only 58 passes this year, completing 31 of those for 456 yards, average of just under 3 completed passes per game, with wide receiver Wyatt Carter, number 3, leading receiver with 218 in the air, through the air. They ran the ball, by contrast, 284 times for about 1,270 yards. They average about 25 carries per game, led by number 34, Stephen Johnson, and number 8, Spencer Hodge. So they are definitely a rushing team. If you look at the comparison, rushing the ball approximately an average of 25 carries a game and passing only 3 completed passes a game. So definitely you'll see the rushing attack be big and has to work well for Westmoreland if they're going to succeed tonight in this game. CPA, by contrast, much more balanced attack. Albert Mitchell, the senior quarterback, will lead the way under center for the Lions. In fact, last week he threw for 370 yards against Goodpasture for 6 touchdowns through the air, then 1 rushing. 3 touchdown passes to Richard last week and 3 others to J.R. Osborne. So Richard and Osborne did the receiving for the most part last week. Mitchell now has 1,634 yards on the season, 23 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions. So it's been a big year for the senior, Albert Mitchell, at quarterback, and hope to have another big night tonight. That'll be important for CPA to succeed. For the Lions to do well, they need to have Mitchell do well. But they can also run the ball very well, as we know, with Chase Smith especially. Smith, last week, rushed for 139 yards, and his season total is now up to 1,335 yards with 19 scores. So a huge, huge year for senior Chase Smith. Last week, Hodge for Westmoreland had 149 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground, and Johnson had 125 yards running out of the wing tee. So you'll see Westmoreland will run the ball as much as they can. They'll pass very, very rarely. CPA will try to mix it up through the air and on the ground on offense. Defensively, I think I mentioned Westmoreland has 4 shutouts on the year, so they have played some stingy defense along the way. Lions also have played very well defensively, having given up some points late in games with younger players were in the mix, but for the most part, the Lions have been really stodgy, and that's the wrong word, stingy and solid on defense, especially their starting group that was in the game, not as much as they might have been if the games were closer. The last game, with the exception, the Pearl Cone game, well, and the first game against Good Pasture, too, was also close. So a lot of the games in the middle, not as close. Lions starters did a lot of watching younger players play late in those games. Coach Ingle Martin, of course, second year for CPA, only the 2 losses on his resume last year, including the Milan game in the state semifinals. 2-point loss for CPA over there at Milan. Lions hoping to go that far and farther this year. Milan's still alive, too, in the playoffs, in the bracket as well, I believe. I don't see them on the sheet, but that's because it's, they're at the very, very bottom there. So they're in the bracket, along with the defending state champion, CAK, Christian Academy Knoxville. A big victory last week over Loudon, and they are in the round of 16 as well. Here come the Lions onto the field. CPA in the purple, familiar purple, all purple this week uniforms. Gold trim and a little bit of white on those uniforms too. Gold helmets, of course. Westmoreland in white jerseys across the way. Red helmets with white trim and red pants. So it's going to be the Eagles visiting from Westmoreland, taking on the homestanding Lions of CPA. Once again, thanks to Courtney Baker, CPA Jr., running camera tonight. Big thanks to Courtney. This is Phil Newman, your Director of Communications here at the Academy. Pleased to bring you the broadcast this evening live from the Den. It's a beautiful night, chilly out there, but nice football weather, really, if you're playing. If you're in the stands, it's bundle up weather and cuddle somebody if you can. So, kicking off will be Westmoreland. Back to go deep to receive will go number 7, Osborne, 22, Chase Smith, and 23, Max Presley. The kicker for Westmoreland is number 2, Caliph Chapman. Caliph, C-A-L-I-F, Chapman. Many CPA fans are saying, hey, that sounds familiar. It sounds like Caleb Chapman, one of our graduates, but it's Caliph Chapman. Well, actually, the kicker now coming out as a different kicker than the one listed. It'll be number 78, actually. Looks like that's going to be Jordan Holmes, a big 6 foot, 220-pound lineman, to take the kick, I think. Maybe just setting it up. In the game you see there, that is Holmes doing the kicking on the kickoff at least. We'll see if maybe Chapman kicks the extra points and PATs. Here we come. It's going to be a toe kick, very short, caught by the up man. There's a ball on the field already. That's a strange play right there. The ball from the sideline was flying out in the middle of that play. It was taken by an up man for the Lions. I think that might have been Benedict, who made the catch, and it's been great field position for CPA. If it stands, it will stand at the 47, right down below, right in my sight line exactly. So super start for the Lions. They'll start 1st and 10 from the 40, we'll call it the 46 actually. Just underway here from CPA. Lions 11-0, Westmoreland 9-2. Question from Coach, I believe it's Coach Steve Harris is the head coach for Westmoreland. He's over there with a question for the official on the far side. Strange play there. Kickoff happened, and there was a different ball from the sideline that was rolling on the field in the middle of that play. It was odd. And I see the Lions and Westmoreland giving each other a little bit of pregame handshakes. Good to see that. These teams don't have a huge history playing each other. Not familiar, but what I heard Coach Martin say this week was that these guys have a lot of players who played together since early on in their careers, 3rd grade or so. A lot of these players really know each other well for Westmoreland. They've been on the same team for a long time, so they do a lot of things well. They play tough defense, and they run the ball well. We mentioned earlier, passing not as big in their arsenal. Defensively, though, let's see if they can stop the run and the pass, the balanced attack for CPA. First play coming up. I think we're ready. Yes, we are. First and 10, CPA from the 46. Mitchell in the gun, familiar place for him this season. Chase Smith to his left. Also in the backfield, Landers. Sam Landers, fullback. 3 receivers wide. Robert Brown out to the far right. Richard down here to below. Pass to Richard. Caught. Richard makes a move. Tackle down there. Richard with a nice gain, though. Tackle made right there by Spencer Hodge, the running back, as well as defensive back. Good play, though. Quick little out pass to Richard. He took about 2 steps and froze. Mitchell hit him right there. And it's a nice gain, about 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Lions in Eagle territory at the 48. Just underway here in the first. Mitchell, handoff Smith. Smith up middle, big hole, huge hole. Smith going into the secondary. Tackle made right there by number 20, Lane Trout, but not before a first down gain by Chase Smith, the senior, adding to his total. Came in, as we said, with 1,335 yards on the season. Really good year, obviously, for Chase Smith. Similar formation. Mitchell, handoff Smith. Another big hole. Smith, a lot of room. Smith outside, cutting outside. Got a good block from Richard. Smith still going down the line. Sideline. Is he in? He stays in. Touchdown. CPA. Touchdown. Chase Smith. What a run. Got a good block. A lot of good blocking there, including one from Richard on the outside edge. And Smith danced his way down the sideline all the way in for an early touchdown. Lions go up 6-0 with 11:08 remaining in the first quarter. Fairview leads Cheatham County. We just heard Jack Cawthorn announce. So Fairview Yellow Jackets, lower seed, trying to upset Cheatham County at Cheatham County. Fairview comes in the 5th seed. Cheatham County the number 1 seed. Here is Osborne attempting the PAT. Out of the hole to Robert Brown. There's a whistle before. I think it was maybe some movement on the defense. Kick went in anyway, but offside the call, I think. No, procedure against CPA. Saw some movement on the defensive line there for Westmoreland, but apparently somebody moved on CPA's line to cause that penalty call. So kicked in 5 yards back this time, right at the 15, so essentially a 25-yard attempt for the sophomore, J.R. Osborne. Snap. Hold, kick, no problem, right down the middle. Good job by JR. Good hold there by Brown, and a good snap. Actually, hold by Manuel, I think, and then snap by Brown. I'll get this right eventually. I think usually Robert Brown's a snapper on those. So Lions go up 7-0. Early start. Really, it was just 3 plays. It was a pass to Richard, and then it was 2 runs by Smith, and the Lions take the early lead. Try to keep track of that Fairview score. You know, you may not know, but if you don't know, here's the deal. If Cheatham County wins tonight, CPA must travel, and CPA wins, of course. The Lions must travel to Cheatham County as a lower seed next Friday night. They'd be the 2nd seed against the 1st seed in this quadrant. So, quite obviously, many of us are cheering for Fairview, if you're a CPA fan, to upset Cheatham County and therefore be required to come to CPA. So the Lions, if the Lions win and Fairview wins, the game will be here next Friday. If the Lions win and Cheatham County wins, the game will be at Cheatham County. So you want a home game if you can get it. Osborne's kickoff. Down to about the 2-yard line, taken right there by DJ Smith. Smith up the middle. Smith looking for a block. Smith will get taken down by Manuel. Andrew Manuel with a nice tackle there at about the 17, I believe. So a good play by CPA. And Andrew Manuel was able to make that tackle. Nicely done by Manuel, the junior.
First down, 18 yards to go for the Eagles.
So first down and 10 at the 18 for the Westmoreland Eagles. First chance to see them on offense. You'll see quarterback number 16, Justice Graves, 5'9", 142-pound sophomore. Graves, and he has the two favorite running backs will be Johnson and Hodge. Hodge, number 8. Hand off to Hodge. Hodge makes a move, cuts back the direction, cuts back inside, trying to get somewhere. Gets about 2 yards on that run after a lot of kind of dancing around there. He made a nice little cutback away from the first initial tackle and was able to get 2 out of that. Might have been a loss if he didn't cut that back quickly. So good run there. The Lions did a good job of minimizing the gain. They're going to call it 3 on the gain. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for Westmoreland. You'll see Hodge, number 8, Johnson 34, and Trout 20 in the backfield. And what's typically a wing T. They have 2 receivers wide this time, though. Back to pass is Graves. Graves is going to look short. It's going to be broken up nicely. Good play right there by Chris Charles, number 24. Make up the pass intended that time for Spencer Hodge. So it'll be 3rd down, about 7 now. At that time, so Westmoreland now 1 pass and 1 run play. They may try to throw the ball a little bit more this week. I guess depending on how they can establish the run or not. They'll try to get the run established first, but we'll see. They want to run if they can. They have 2 running backs with about 450 yards apiece, and Hodge and Johnson. Handoff. Inside handoff this time. Swarmed under there. Nice job by CPA's interior line and linebackers to slam that one down for no gain or a loss. On the run that time, it was number 19, Lucas Ward, 6'1", junior, but not much. And it will be 4th down in a punting situation. So CPA holds on the first offensive possession for Westmoreland, only giving up 3 yards on the drive. Punt formation 32 is going to be Brad Evans. And Osborne is back to receive. The lone return man back there for CPA right now. Here is the snap. Punt is away, almost blocked there by James Elliott, but it's going to roll. And Osborne will let it roll all the way down. It'll take a nice Westmoreland roll all the way down to the 45 of CPA. So punt looked really bad out of the gate. It was very short off his foot, the foot of Brad Evans. But it took a nice roll, sideways roll right there for Westmoreland. So after 1 possession each, Lions have 7. Westmoreland has 3 yards. Good start for CPA. They're back out. We'll see if they go hurry up this time. Lions like to go hurry up offense quite a bit if they can. No huddle. And we'll see if they do that right now. It's going to be Mitchell in the shotgun with Smith beside him. Richard out here and Brown on the left. On the far right, I think it's Godwin. I can't see that far. In motion goes Landers. Rolling out Mitchell to pass. Mitchell looking for Richard. Just through his hands. Couldn't quite get to that one. Was Thomas Richard, who's been a great addition to the action this season. Has had a fantastic year. Richard, I'll look for the numbers. He's got, he had 199 last week. Leading receiver this year, no question, for CPA is Thomas Richard. Here's the gun again. 2nd down 10 to 45. This time it's a handoff to Smith. Chase Smith will break the first tackle and not break the second tackle, though. He was taken down there by number 44 initially. That was Patrick French. And finished off by 19, Ward. So gains about 3, we think. 3rd down, 7 coming up from the 48. Out goes Godwin. In comes, I didn't see. But it's the Mitchell in the backfield basically alone. Here comes Smith back in motion. Handoff Smith, yes. Smith going to his right. Smith cutting through the hole. Nice tackle right there made by Spencer Hodge. Smith had a little bit of a crack, but it was closed quickly with a nice open field tackle that time by Hodge, the senior. It was 5'9", 150 or so they list him. So it will bring up 4th down and about 3 from the 48. I think we're going to go for it here. Looks like, yes, CPA is going to go, or maybe quick kick. We'll see. That play has happened a couple times this season where it'll be Mitchell in the gun on a 4th and middling to go. This time about 3 yards to go. Will they go for it or will he kick? In motion is Osborne. Mitchell is going to, nothing happens. It's going to be a penalty flag. I believe it was motion against CPA. Well, if that's the case, Lions most likely will probably punt, if I had to guess. Punt formation, we'll see. It's going to be now 4th down and about 8 to go instead of 4th and 3. So procedure penalty there against the Lions. Baxton up 5. What are they going to do here? It looks like here comes the punting unit officially. Have to hurry, get the clock, get this play off before the play clock expires. It'll be Osborne back to punt. And hustling back to receive now is Hodge for Westmoreland. So 4th down, Lions will punt. Not much there. Nice play by Hodge on the tackle against Chase Smith on the 3rd down play. Another flag, another whistle blows. I bet it might be delay of game. Let's see. It is delay of game. Yeah, the Lions took a long time that time to figure out what they wanted to do, whether they're going to go for it or do a quick kick or actually punt. And by the time the punting team came on the field, it was late in the play clock. So there'll be 5 more back. From the 42 now, Lions have 4th down and really long, 13. Osborne takes the snap. He will punt. It will be a little bit of CPA roll on that one, down to the 22. So not too bad for CPA. So the first drive results in a touchdown for the Lions as they go about 52 yards to score on 3 plays. That drive, not so much. They went backward and had to punt. Time remaining, 7:54, first quarter. And Westmoreland has its second drive of the game. They gained 3 yards on the first one. Let's see if they can do any better than that. One receiver out to the left. And back in motion. Hand off to Hodge. Hodge on the right side. Hodge looking for some room. Finds a little bit. Tackle down there by Matt Keck, 44, along with Isaacs, 15. But not before. Decent gain for Westmoreland on that first down play. Appears to be about 5, maybe 6. Looks like 5. All right. 2nd and 5 to go. The ball sitting on the 27 of CPA. Rather, of Westmoreland. Here we go. Receiver wide left. Now in motion. It's a handoff to that receiver. Trying to get around the outside. What a tackle right there. Nice play. Who was that? Great tackle made. I can't see from here. It's number 10 for the Lions. Great play there by Will Whitaker, tackling Lucas Ward. Ward tried to go on that kind of receiver handoff to the far side, but he did not make it. Past the tackle of Whitaker. Great play there. And they will lose big yards on that one. Bring up 3rd down, about 9. Back at the 23. Clock running now, 6:45 remaining the first. Lions up by the touchdown. 2 backs now. Back to pass again goes Graves. Looking long. Catch made right there by Ward, I believe. Nice play by Ward. Tackled down by Godwin and Isaacs. Not before a first down reception that gets the Westmoreland crowd excited on the far side. They got a good crowd. They brought some band members, some students, and some parents and fans. They're pretty much filling up the guest side over there for the most part. It's about as many fans as Goodpasture had last week. So good representation for Westmoreland to bring a bunch of fans down here. And they get some signs up on the side too. A couple guys in huge red suits. So good team, good crowd spirit for the Eagles. Whistle blows that time. It'll be illegal procedure called against Westmoreland. They will back up 5. 6:10 to go in the first, so about halfway through the first quarter right now. Nice pass that time called by Lucas Ward off the pass from his quarterback, Justice Graves. So that was a nice first down conversion for Westmoreland. Trying to get a drive going. It's 7-6 Fairview in the first quarter over Cheatham County at Cheatham. And we heard a Milan score earlier. Milan was ahead earlier as well a few minutes ago, so we'll keep you posted if we can on those games. Another flag goes down, movement again, this time on the far right. Yes, procedure that time called against Brad Evans, the sophomore tight end. Westmoreland will go with, we said it, Graves at quarterback, and then Hodge, Johnson, Trout at running backs. Carter, number 3, plays wide receiver a bunch. Evans will be a tight end. Also, they're throwing the ball somewhat to Lucas Ward as well. Lyman for Westmoreland. You got Trout, other Trout, Tolley, Anderson, Duffer, and Kemper. There are, I think, 3 Trouts, if I get that right. Maybe 2 Trouts, Trout brothers, on Westmoreland. Pitch out this time. A lot of room that time. Still running. It is Steven Johnson. So Johnson, 34, who has about as many yards this season as his cohort Hodge. That time makes a positive gain. How far? Give him 3. Looked better than that at first, but was shut down quickly. Good job by CPA to once again minimize that gain. Promising play at first, and then it was shut down. So second down now and about 7. Make it 17. I apologize. The penalty, I forgot about the penalty for a second there. It's second down and 17. So actually 2 penalties for Westmoreland. A lot of flags last week. I hope we don't see that many this week. Here is a pitch. What a nice tackle there, but it's going to be a horse collar, I'll bet you. I don't think he had him by the horse collar, but it's a tackle made by James Elliott. They flag went out immediately. I'm guessing it's no. It's holding. Okay, good. It's holding against Westmoreland. For a moment there, I thought they were going to call Elliott for a horse collar. Elliott grabbed him by the jersey, ripped him down, but it wasn't a horse collar. Now it's a face mask. Okay, it's a face mask against. I think Elliott then was called. I don't think I had him. I think he had it by the jersey, not the face mask, but it was called nonetheless. Offsetting penalties that time. It was basically we're going to offset it and be second down 17 again. So Westmoreland holds. CPA gets called for a face mask, and we will line them up and do it again. 4:25 on the clock, first quarter. Lions with a 7-point lead. On a touchdown by Chase Smith. Here's Graves under center. Evans, the tight end to the right there. In motion goes Ward. Hand off the other direction, though. Hand off taken there. Nice tackle. It was Lane Trout with the ball, but who else? Robert Brown, I think, made the tackle pursuing. It's hard to get past Robert Brown, the senior, number 21, and that time they did not. It'll be a 1-yard gain. Still, though, now third down and 17. If you hear that band playing to the right of our booth, that's the Stratford band with some of the CPA band students also, and it's a great thrill to have Stratford back in the house. Great partnership. Some of our parents stepped up and helped make that happen, and we're certainly grateful for that. And it's been a great experience the past 2 weeks for the CPA band students and Stratford's as well. Graves, back to pass. Big rush right there. He'll be taken down. Wow. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Elliott, but great pursuit first by, I think, Jean-Luc Duval. Is he in the game? Elliott made the tackle. The numbers are hard to see on the jerseys. I think it might have been Duval in on that play, 12, but Elliott brought him down. So it'll be now fourth down and 17, the 31-yard line. Osborne back to receive. Evans to punt. 2:55 on the clock. Kick almost blocked, but gets it away. Nice kick. Great roll for Westmoreland. The 27, taken by Osborne. Osborne makes a move. Osborne tries to skip up to the 34, we'll say. That took a nice roll for Westmoreland to punt. And Osborne picked it up, trying to stop it from rolling any farther. A little bit dangerous play right there for Osborne, but he did a good job of grabbing the ball and getting a little bit positive out of it, up to the 34. Clock now 2:42, first quarter. Lions up by the 7. 7 points. Back on defense comes Westmoreland. They have a lot of players who play both ways. A lot of their key players, we'll see if that's an issue later in the game. Fatigue, not as deep as CPA's bench, perhaps. In motion is Richard now. Mitchell fakes the handoff to Smith. Back to pass, long pass down the middle. What a pass, what a catch. It's Osborne. Osborne makes a move. Osborne's still going backward, though, unfortunately for Osborne. He got the first down. That was a line drive bullet pass made by Mitchell to Osborne. Osborne eluded the first tackler, then he went backward, and he lost 5 yards there inadvertently on the attempt to get outside and gain some more. Still nice play, first and 10 Lions. Nice catch by Osborne, nice pass by Mitchell, first and 10 at the 47 of CPA. Looking to the sideline for a audible, perhaps, is Mitchell. 2:15 remaining in the first quarter. Mitchell takes the snap. Handoff is a play-action pass. Mitchell going over the top for Richard. Makes the catch, and he keeps going NFL style. And we missed that. The last part of that play was outside of the camera range. I apologize. We'll try to adjust our camera if we can to get it a little more forward. It's tough to do that because of the way we're here in this window. And we'll see if that does anything different. I don't know. That may not work. But anyway, it's 1st and 10 Lions. It was interference called. That may do it. Yeah, that gets the end zone. Okay, it's a little bit crooked, but we'll work on that too. Better to be able to see the whole play than not. So, interference was called on the defensive back. I think may have been called on Hodge, but what a catch by Richard. 1st and 10 Lions. The 14. Smith, a lot of room. Smith all the way. Yes, maybe Smith into the end zone. Touchdown. CPA Chase Smith with his second score of the game. And they go up 13-0 to CPA with 1:57 to go here in the first quarter.
In the first quarter, Milan 13, Camden 0.
You just made for Jack Cawthorn say Milan's up 13-0. Boy, Milan could be a team we face again this year. On to attempt the PAT will be Osborne. And a whistle blows. Manual on the hold right there. Going to be on the hold, but some kind of penalty before that. So 13-0 CPA at the moment, pending the PAT. So quick sequence right there. Richard, the long pass from Mitchell. Thomas makes the catch despite being dragged down right before the ball got there. Nice catch by Thomas. And then he got up to run in the end zone as if it was in the NFL. And the next play, 15-yard run for the senior Chase Smith, the second score of the game, and Osborne to attempt the PAT. Here's the kick, and it will be good. Once again, 5 yards back for Osborne. No problem anyway. He kicks the ball right down the middle. 14-0. Lions, just under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. I'll tell you, this game has, well, I don't want to jinx anybody, but right now I'll say this has the makings of a blowout. If CPA's defense continues to stifle Westmoreland, they are not used to having to come from behind. They have not passed the ball much all season. We've said that. An average of about 3 completions per game in the air and about 25 rushes on average per game. So they're much more comfortable running the football. And if they get behind by much more, it'll be hard for them to come back. And this game could be a little bit like last week. It's at least that's the way it's shaping up right now. Osborne to kick. Off. Back to receive Spencer Hodge, number 8, along with DJ Smith, number 7. Smith, a junior, Hodge, a senior. Westmoreland, once again, they won 9 AA, their district. Lions won 10 AA. Osborne, shorter kick. And taken by an up man at the 24. And tackled down about the 29, so about a 4 to 5 yard return by Carter. Flag goes up at the last minute. That was Carter, Wyatt Carter, the receiver, who also returned that one. Flag after the whistle, after the tackle. We'll see what happened there. Maybe a little bit of extracurricular activity. What's the call here? I didn't see it yet. Here comes the call. Dead ball, personal foul against Westmoreland. That's the wrong way to start a drive if you're the Eagles. Backing them up. And we'll see how far. Well, 15 yards, I guess, on the personal foul. That'll be a rough start for those guys. Stick around after the game. We're going to try to have another player of the game interview. This time, well, last time we had Albert Mitchell in the booth last Friday night. You may have seen that if you're tuning in. This week we'll see who the player of the game. Right now, leading candidate would be, yes, Chase Smith with the 2 scores on the ground for the Lions. And last week it could have been Osborne, it could have been Richard, it could have been Mitchell or Smith. It was Mitchell. Handoff up the middle. Nice tackle. Who was that? Nice stick right there. Maybe a yard gain. Maybe not. Robert Brown is in the middle of that pile along with Sam Landers, number 6. It was Johnson, number 34, on the carry, but not for very long, not for very much. He ended up getting maybe a yard.
1 yard gain on the play. Second down, 9 yards to go, Westmoreland.
2nd and 9. I'll tell you, last week there were some exciting things happening here at CPA. Some of the results, thanks to Jim Roberts, our statistician. Lions had a single-game passing record with 6 touchdowns. The record previously had been 5. And yardage mark was also set for passing, 370. Graves going to run now. Graves trying to break free. Past Keck, past Landers, out of bounds. Not a bad play right there by the quarterback, Justin Graves. Graves gets to about the 20. Yes, the 20-yard line. So it's going to be third down, about 4 coming up. So the Lions set records with 6 touchdowns through the air and 370 yards. The previous record there was 347 yards. So Mitchell broke that record by, 23 yards passing. Richard had a single-game reception record with 199 yards, breaking the record of 197 held before. Here's Graves, the pass again. Graves rolling out. Graves looking for the receiver that time was Lane Trout, but good defense played by CPA, led by Chris Charles, 24. Charles gave him a lot of trouble in the backfield, and Graves had to throw it away, basically. His pass went to the feet. So it's 4th down once again. Quick drive, short drive, nice defense played by the Lions. It'll be once again back to receive the punt, Osborne and Evans to kick. This game looks very favorable for CPA at the moment. And even more favorable, the snap goes over his head. It'll be kicking from the end zone. No, he's going to fake it. He'll be tackled. What's going to happen here? I believe it'll be a safety. Yes. So pretty heads-up play there, actually, by Evans, the punter. He almost got tackled in the end zone. He almost fumbled in the end zone, and he did fumble in the end zone, but he fumbled it out of bounds. So the result will be a safety for CPA, and they'll get 2 points, and they'll go up 16-0 with the kick from the 20-yard line coming up. They'll receive. So goes from bad to worse right there if you're Westmoreland. Already down by 2 scores, and the snap goes over Evans' head. And he does a good job of avoiding a touchdown right there. At least he gets the ball and is able to. I thought he might punt the ball from the end zone, but he thought about punting it, I think, and then he thought better of it. He didn't want to risk the block. I think there were 2 Lions right there ready to block it. So the result is a safety. What was that score again? What was that score you just read? Was that the Milan score?
Congratulate senior quarterback Albert Mitchell, who went over 3
another score
in his career passing mark in last week's victory over Good Pasture.
And we're hearing Jack mention that Mitchell went over 3,000 yards career passing last week. Of course, he started off late in the season 2 years ago, and in that Good Pasture playoff game that the Lions lost, Mitchell had a tough game. We talked about that with him last week after the game, Good Pasture game last week, and certainly it was good for him to be able to talk about how, the journey he's made since that loss at Good Pasture when he was a sophomore, and then all the way back to this season when he's a senior and much more seasoned and has really, really come on. Here comes the kickoff. It's a short one to about the 45. Taken out of bounds, fumbled by, who was that? 29 for CPA that time was Grady Sutton. But it's positive for CPA. The ball goes out of bounds at the 49 of Westmoreland. So Westmoreland, their kickoffs have gone very, very short. Well, that was actually a safety kick from the 20, so no question there. That was going to go shorter. So Lions have great starting field position here at the 49 of the Eagles with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. 16-0 CPA ahead. In motion goes Osborne. Mitchell back to pass. Mitchell, short pass to Richard. Richard has blockers, has room. Richard can't break the tackle. A nice tackle, but it's a first down catch. Almost more, but it was broken up that time by Lucas Ward, number 19. Good shoestring tackle there by Ward to prevent perhaps even a touchdown by Richard, but still a positive gain. Lions get a first down to the 37. So a 12-yard gain that time. That was one of those passes where Richard came back to the ball on the flat, made the catch, and then had 2 blockers out with him to free him up for the first down gain. Clock now at 36 seconds in the first quarter. It's Wildcat now with Chase Smith in the shotgun. Smith will run. Maybe he'll be slammed down there. Not much. Really, he'll lose yardage that time. Good play up the middle by number 50, Luke Hall, the sophomore. Number 50. Good play there by Hall. And Smith loses yards about 3 back to the 40. Now back in the game is Mitchell, back at quarterback with Smith. First quarter may end here. Nope, they get a playoff. The whistle blow? No. Mitchell to Richard. Richard will be tackled down. Nice play right there by Hodge to make the tackle on Richard. Out there with him, with Richard that time, was Paul Adams, 74, but Adams couldn't quite get the block on Hodge. And the result was, I think, a little bit of maybe a half-yard loss for CPA. So we'll have third down and long coming up, about 13 to go as we begin second quarter play. That's the end of the first quarter. Right now, Jack Hawthorne is honoring our veterans on this Veterans Day weekend. And, well, people will applaud those who have served our country. They're standing all around in the stands. Good to honor our veterans, of course. Appreciate their sacrifice and their service. Even got a little bit of Lee Greenwood playing right there by Mr. John Elefante, our music DJ with the most up here. So it'll be second quarter, and we'll add that to our score bug right here so you can see second quarter action about to begin. Lions lead, of course, 16-0. Let's recap it real quickly for you. The first drive, they score on a touchdown run by Chase Smith. And in that drive, there were only 3 plays. Richard on a catch, Smith on 2 runs. 7-0 CPA. Second score, Smith takes it 15 yards after a great catch by Richard when he was interfered with and still made a great catch. That would be 14-0. And then just a few minutes ago, we had a punt snap go over the head of Evans and into the end zone, where Evans fumbled the ball out of bounds, out of the end zone, resulting in a safety. Now CPA has the ball after the kick from the 20, and they have it on the 40 of Westmoreland. It's long. It's third and long. Third down, about 13 to go for Lions. In motion is Manuel. Shotgun Mitchell. Mitchell looking for someone. Mitchell, nobody there. Mitchell will try to roll it out. He'll go out toward Osborne. Osborne makes the catch and makes a move. Osborne's still alive. Osborne going. Osborne's still going down. What a play to get the first down by JR. Didn't have it at first. Had to get the 27. Ended up getting with 22. So it's a first down. Good pass, good catch, and then good yak. Yards after catch. That time by Osborne, the sophomore. And it's first and 10. CPA down the 22-yard line of Westmoreland. Just underway here in the second quarter. Mitchell. Mitchell the pass. Mitchell for Manuel. Manuel makes a move. Manuel will get down to the 12, close to a first down again. Good play that time. Mitchell to Andrew Manuel.
Gain of 9 yards on the play.
I'll say 9 on the play.
Second down, 1 yard to go for the Lions. Ball at the Westmoreland 13-yard line.
Second and 1 coming up. Mitchell in the gun again with Chase Smith to his left. Mitchell, hands off. No, keeps it. Mitchell going wide. Mitchell free from the first tackler. Mitchell going to go through the middle. No, he gets tackled nicely there by number 3, Wyatt Carter. Gets a couple, though. Enough for a first down, I believe, yes? Let's see. Where is it marked? At the 11. That's a first down, right? Yes. Should be a first and 10. CPA, the referee hold is, well, the chain gang hasn't moved yet, put it that way. First quarter stats just handed to me. Appreciate that from Jim Roberts.
Flag on the play.
And it'll be a flag down. What's the call here? We'll see. 10:48 to go in the second quarter. And it will be a dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct called against Westmoreland. Not a good penalty for them.
Sideline warning called against the Eagles.
Oh, it's a sideline warning. Okay. And it will be half the distance to the goal, right? I think it will be, yes, down to about the 6. So it'll be first now and goal.
Correction. Call on the field is illegal substitution.
Oh, legal substitution. Okay, legal substitution. That results. The sideline warning would be just that, a warning. In that case, it was actually illegal substitution, so it's a half the distance of the goal. First and goal. CPA Mitchell has Smith. Smith up the middle. Smith all the way to the end zone. Smith into the end zone. Smith touchdown. Chase Smith, his third score of the night. And the Lions go up now 22, his number, to 0 with 10:43 remaining here in the second quarter. And maybe the route is on. There are flags down. They'll hold everything. Let's see what the call is. Dead ball unsportsmanlike or dead ball something against Westmoreland. Things are unraveling quickly here for the Eagles in the second quarter. The Big Red. What will happen here? It'll be, I believe, unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. Now they're saying it's against CPA this time. I can't tell what the referee was. He first signaled against Westmoreland. Now he signaled against CPA. Oh, no, I get it. He's pointing to this. Okay, pointing to the kickoff spot. That's what it is. It'll be enforced on the kickoff. That's the call. Okay, so Osborne will be on to attempt the PAT. And Constant Sorrow being played right now by John Elefante. And right now it is Sorrow for Westmoreland. Kick is going to be right down the middle for Osborne. Almost blocked that time. Good rush by Westmoreland, but they don't quite get it. And it's 23-0. CPA goes up with 10:43 to go in the second quarter. This game is getting ugly. I would say the penalties against Westmoreland have increased, and that's a sign that they're rattled for whatever reason in this game. They have not seen an offense, I don't think, like this one this season. Lions, of course, putting up 62 last week against Good Pasture, and they're on pace to do something similar to that in this game if things continue. So it'll be a 15-yard kick. The referee right there is marching it off. You can see him on the kickoff down to the 45. So the Lions, look out, they may try. Will they try an onside kick here? They've tried an onside kick each of at least two games I've seen this season. The Lions have tried the onside kick at a time when you wouldn't think they would, at a kind of a surprise time. Osborne's really good. Of course, Osborne is an accomplished soccer player as well. He knows how to kick that ball directionally on onside kick. So will they try it, or will they just kick it deep? We'll see. The 45-yard line is where the ball is teed up right now. Here we go. Osborne looks at his line both ways. What'll he do? No, it'll be taken by onside kick and out of bounds. Taken that time by Ben Hooper, the senior kicker, also was in the game that time. So Osborne faked it, and Hooper kicked it. Nice job by Hooper. I think the ball went a little bit. Well, it may have touched, though. Did it touch a Westmoreland player is the question I have. I thought maybe a Westmoreland player reached out for it and tried to touch it, and then maybe he pulled his hand back last minute. Let's see what they say. They're going to say Westmoreland football. Okay, so it didn't quite work out, but good try there by the Lions with Hooper, who hadn't played football until this year since he was, I think, a freshman. He had a concussion issue, if I'm getting that straight. And I talked to Ben a few weeks ago. He said he's having a really good time, loving being on the team this season, and it's been great to see him out there. He's played some receiver a few times, and some, I think, maybe defensive cornerback or defensive back, and also backup kicker to Osborne. So it'll be Westmoreland football, 1st and 10 at the 33 of CPA. Coach Martin getting an explanation, I think, from the referee right now. You can't see it quite down to beyond the camera angle. Coach Martin is asking, I think, the referee some questions about that kickoff, I think. He will go off the field now. To me, it was very close to a Westmoreland player touching that ball, but I think it kind of skipped on past him out of bounds. Hooper's kick was a good one. It was along the ground like a skimming stone across water. It was had some good movement on it. Either way, though, it's first down for the Eagles. 10:43 to go, second quarter. Pitch out to Evans. Evans will be tackled down, not before about a 4-yard gain right there, though, for Johnson, not Evans. Evans 32. Johnson 34 on the run, not Evans. So Johnson, the big back, not a big back for Westmoreland on that carry. He gets about 4. Second down 6 from the 37 right now. 10:20 to go, second quarter.
Second down, 6 yards. to go.
Lions right now appear very well positioned to move on. Long way to go, of course, in the game, but all the momentum is on CPA's side to date, or so far in this game. In motion, no keeper this time. It's a Wildcat. Tackle nicely there made by, who is that? Manuel, 17, makes the tackle against DJ Smith, who is in the Wildcat formation for Westmoreland. Gain of about 2 or so. It'll be now 3rd down and 3 from the 40. 9:42.
3-yard gain. Third down, 3 yards to go for the
Second
Eagles.
quarter.
Their 40-yard line.
Lions have the active linebacking core. Keck is in there along with Landers. Keeper this time again by Smith. First down run, tackled by Keck. But not before a first down that time for Westmoreland's DJ Smith, the junior, 5'11", 185-pounder.
Matt Keck making the stop for CPA.
So positive play right now. They're not going with Graves at quarterback at the moment.
To go Eagles.
They're going with some Wildcat. Now Graves is back in the game, 16. Maybe he'll go under center again. Actually, Graves will go out as a receiver. It's going to be the same formation with DJ Smith taking the ball in the shotgun. Beside him is Lane Trout, number 20. In motion now comes Lucas Ward. Whistle blows. It was going to be a keeper that time again for Smith. DJ Smith would have kept that ball the third play in a row, but it's going to be illegal procedure. Now 21-7, Cheatham County goes up on Fairview. Second quarter, so right now Fairview was up 7-0, and then Cheatham County has scored 21 unanswered points in that game. So they are in the driver's seat right now at the moment. Cheatham County would be hosting next week's game if the scores hold as they are right now. CPA would be traveling to Cheatham County. We'll see what happens the rest of the way, though. 9:05, second quarter. In motion goes Hodge. Low snap taken by Graves. Graves will fumble. Ball loose. Recovered by, still loose. CPA got it. I believe Landers may have it. Who has the ball? I thought maybe Westmoreland was going to get it, but it squirted through. It squirted away from Westmoreland's offensive lineman right there. I thought he had it for sure. It was 73. Marcus Trout, who had it. I thought he had the ball on the ground, but the ball slipped away. And who else? Number 21, Robert Brown. Johnny on the spot. Robert on the spot this year. Makes the recovery. So a turnover. Last thing Westmoreland needed right there. Another negative play for them. Fumble, turnover, recovered by Robert Brown. And with 8:44 to go, Lions take over again.
After the turnover, it's first down, 10 yards to go CPA. Ball at the Westmoreland 30-yard line.
Here is Max Presley in the game. Presley will get maybe a yard. Ball comes loose. Did he fumble? They're saying he's down, actually. Presley, referee, is pointing his finger down to the ground, saying he was down. Break for CPA right there. Maybe, I think no gain that time for Presley. Good tackle made by Westmoreland, one of their linemen right there. So no gain, second down and 10. 8:20. Clock running, second quarter. Mitchell handoff to Richard, coming on the right side. He'll cut back. He makes a nice move and a stiff arm, and then dragged out of bounds. Good defense right there that time played by Westmoreland, including the tackler, who was Jay Wright, a junior. Slung him out of bounds. Flag is down in the defensive backfield. Let's see what the call is here. The referee hasn't signaled it yet. I think, it's in the area where it might be defensive holding or thrown by the back judge there, I think. Let's see what the call is here. 8:08 to go. Clock stopped right now, second quarter. Dead ball. Personal foul called against CPA this time. Lions take a penalty. They've been pretty good so far tonight. They were not good last Friday. It was 10 penalties in the first half for CPA and 4 against Goodpasture. So 14 penalties first quarter last week. This week in the first quarter we had 7 penalties already. 4 against CPA and 3 against Westmoreland in the first quarter tonight. So that's not a good. I guess they're doing not doing as well as I thought they're doing. Both teams are being heavily penalized in this game. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe some playoff jitters or some playoff nerves making it a little bit tighter. But either way, they back up now to third down and Bellevue to go for CPA. 3rd and 26 from the 46 of the Lions. They started off way up at the 30. And now they got a long way to go. In motion is Osborne. Mitchell may throw long. Let's see if he throws deep here. Mitchell back to pass. Mitchell up in the air for Godwin. Runs under it. Oh, my goodness. Almost. I thought he had it. But it bounced off his chest as he hit the ground and away from him. Will Godwin, number 18, just, this close to making the catch. Incomplete, though. It'll be 4th down and 26. Back at the 46. Lions will probably punt, I would guess. Leading 23-0 at 7:37 to go second quarter. You would think they're going to punt. I'm going to guess Mitchell's going to drop back and punt. Timeout called now by whom? Timeout is charged to Westmoreland. That'll be their first, rather their, I guess their second first timeout, I'll get it right, of the half. And they'll be left with one. Lions have all 3 of theirs. I think, sorry there, Courtney? Or maybe that was their, hold on, let me check that one. Their first timeout or second? That was their first timeout taken by either squad tonight. Jack is mentioning Jessica Clark right now, CPA junior. I'll go ahead and piggyback off that. Jessica, great job at the state cross-country meet in AAA last week, finishing second in the state to Lipscomb runner. So great job, Jessica. Number 2 in the state. That's a great result for her. Courtney's nodding her head. And, of course, I think she'll be honored, I believe, at halftime, at least mentioned along with the soccer girls who won state last Saturday. If you hadn't heard that news yet, first ever girls soccer state championship earned last Saturday. Lions defeated CAK 1-0 down in Chattanooga to finish at 23-2-2. So number 1 in the state, girls soccer. Whistle blows, flag goes down. Of course, it's a hanky affair. Boy, the yellow flags are. We should paint the field yellow. They might just blend in and get lost. It'll be procedure called against CPA that time. And back them up 5. Well, we'll get the tally at halftime. Like I said, there were 7 penalties in the first quarter combined. And at least that many more, I think, in the second quarter for both teams. 7:37 to go. It'll be now 4th down and 31. Mitchell's quick kick, nicely done. Will it stop, though? Will it stop? It's going to keep going. Oh, yes, it stops at the 1-yard line. Unbelievable. Mitchell's quick kick, gets a nice roll, great roll, and then stops at the 1. That is clean living, folks. And CPA pins Westmoreland deep down at the 1. And they'll begin that drive with 7:24 remaining here in the second quarter, trailing 23-0. Fun song right there being played over the PA. That's the Night at the Museum song, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Well, here we go. Westmoreland has the ball. Quarterback sneak call that time. He's trying to get a little bit of space out of the shadow of its end zone. That was Graves on the carry. And he'll get maybe 2, I think. We'll see. Tackled by Howell that time. 2-yard gain up to the 3. And it'll be Westmoreland with 2nd down, 8 to go. 7 minutes now, just under 7 minutes to go, second quarter. So they're out of the biggest danger zone, the 1-yard line, up to the 3. It'll be Graves under center. He has Johnson behind him. In motion is Hodge. Handoff Johnson up the middle. Johnson off tackle, churning his legs. Nice job by Johnson to get up close to about the 8, I think. And we'll see where they mark it. Stephen Johnson with a good fundamental football right there. Keep your legs moving, and he did a good job. Tackle made by Elliott. Of course, Elliott, the Furman commitment for CPA. He's a load to handle in that interior defensive line. He's made his presence known every game this year, including last week, all over the field last week and this week too. So now 3rd down and 2. They need the 11. Handoff, almost fumbled, but it's going to be Johnson with a first down up to the 14. A good run that time by, once again, Steven Johnson. Johnson is a senior, and so is Hodge. So the two running, the best rushers for Westmoreland are both seniors. Hodge, 8, and Johnson, 34. So good job of Westmoreland that time. 20-7, Milan leads Camden. So Milan appears to be poised to move on if that score holds tonight. Here is Graves under center. There's movement right there. It'll be 5 yards marched off that time against Dustin Tolley on the offensive line for the Eagles. Just a little bit of early movement right there. So that'll back them up to the 10 and be 1st and 15. So Milan leads, Cheatham County leads. So right now, it appears as if we're heading for an away game next week at Cheatham in the quarterfinals. That appears to be the momentum tonight, unless Fairview comes back in that contest over at Cheatham County right now. Graves takes a snap. Graves pass out to the side to Carter. Carter will be swarmed under by 3 Lions. First man there was waiting for a number. I don't see it. Isaacs? Yes, Xander Isaacs, number 15. Good tackle right there by Xander with some help from his teammates. Xander, the junior defensive back wide receiver, loss of, 3-yard loss. So that was kind of one of those wide receiver screen type plays out in the flat, and it didn't fool anybody. So it'll be now 2nd 18. They're going backward again, Westmoreland. They don't need that. 4:25, clock running, second quarter. Graves this time will try to pass it, I think. Rolling out. He's going to be slammed down. Who is that? Elliott on the play. James Elliott was there. Yes, with some help, I think, from Whitaker. A loss. Now it might be 3rd down, 19 to go. For Westmoreland, they're back in the shadow of the end zone almost at the 5.5 or 6. Under 4 minutes to go now in the first half. Graves under center. Graves, handoff to, who is that? Johnson. What a run that time by Johnson. Not quite enough to get to the first down, but he got a bunch of yards back, number 34. Just lost his balance, stumbled down there about the 22. So it's going to be 4th and 2. Will they go for it? Maybe they will. So 3:24 to go first half. You're down 23-0. Do you go for it here? Do you take a huge risk? Or do you punt? They're going to go for it. I like the courage that time by Coach Steve Harris if they actually do go for it. And they may try to pull CPA offside. We'll see if they try to do that. Or if they actually do go for it. Big play right here. 3:05 to go in the first. It's a handoff to Johnson. He will be close. Boy, it depends on the spot. I think he may be short. Lions offense is already trotting onto the field. Let's see where they mark it. I think he's short, but it is going to be, they're going to measure first. I think he came up a little bit short, but not by much. It was Johnson with the run. Good tackle there. I didn't quite catch who made that tackle. Tackle that time. 4-4. Tackle by Matt Keck that time. And did they measure? Yes, and it was short. So it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, you got to credit Coach Steve Harris and his staff for a gutsy call right there. Inside their own territory at the 22. They go for it on 4th and 2. But Matt Keck, the sophomore, makes a tackle on Johnson, just short. And it's 1st down 10 Lions at the Westmoreland 23.5. 2:47 to go, second quarter. Mitchell in the gun. Handoff Smith, no. Mitchell keeps it. The pass back to Smith is wide open. Chase Smith makes a touchdown, his 4th touchdown of the night, this time in the air, 3 on the ground, and then this one in the air. Chase Smith from Albert Mitchell, touchdown Lions, and they go up 29-0 with 2:37 to go in the first half.
On to attempt the extra point for the Lions, number 8, senior Ben Hooper.
Here comes Hooper again. Hooper had the onside kick attempt for CPA. Ben Hooper, his brother Jack, also plays. Ben, the lefty, will attempt the extra point out of the hold of, is that Mitch out there? I think it is. Mitch Cook. Also, Mitch Cook, a sophomore. No, I guess he's a junior. Mitch is a junior. Hole. Kick. Good. Way to go, Ben Hooper. Hooper, the senior, makes the extra point. Converts, and it's 30-0. Lions comfortably in front with 2:37 to go. You saw that right there. Nice job, Courtney Baker, getting the scoreboard. 2:37 to go in the first half. This is a rout and a half. Well, I tell you what, I'll be honest with you. I was talking to Jack Cawthorn the other day, and I said, on paper, the Lions really should win this game comfortably. I said maybe something like 35-14. Right now, it's 30-0. Now, you never know. You play the game on the grass, of course, not on paper. So Westmoreland certainly had the potential to come in here and play an inspired game. But right now, the Lions are dominating. Coach Martin, again, had said these guys, Westmoreland has some guys that play together a long time. They play hard. They're well coached. They've played a lot of good games this year. They've won a lot of good big games. They played good defense this year. But, man, they are up against a machine right now in CPA. This time Osborne to kick from the 40. Osborne's kick will be deep to about the 7. It's taken that time by Smith. Smith will look for some room. He'll slip down there about the 20 or so.
DJ Smith on the return.
It's a chilly night, and the field is maybe a little bit slippery. Seen several guys who've lost their footing tonight. No question with the field getting more damp as the night goes on here on this chilly fall evening. Beautiful day today. I hope you got outside. I was inside most of the day, stuck working working hard. I hope you had some time to get outside more than I did, actually. I was out there for 5 minutes or so, and it was beautiful. Perfect fall day. The weekend appears to be wonderful, too. Your weather forecast here is going to be beautiful weather this weekend. Enjoy it. Run by Johnson, tackled by Keck, along with a lineman. Robert Brown actually was in on that tackle also. Not much gain there, maybe a yard from the 20. So second down 9, 2:16, 2:15. We're 5 points away from that, I guess the mercy rule essentially, where CPA the clock will run. If the team is up by 35 points or more, the clock will kind of keep running all the time, I guess. Most of the time the clock will run. And that gets the game over faster. Same thing happens in basketball. 35 points, the clock runs through stoppages, I guess. Right now it's 150. Handoff to Hodge. Hodge spinning, fighting his way, trying to get some yardage that time. He'll get, about 5, I think. So Spencer Hodge, number 8. You can see why he's an effective back. He's quick and he's strong, and he's kind of a slippery type back. Good run that time.
We have a final in Knoxville. CAK 23, the Kingston Yellow Jackets 7.
23-7, CAK has defeated Kingston over in East Tennessee, over in Knoxville at CAK. So the Warriors will move on to the quarterfinals, and they will match up next week. They'll be the home team against either Alcoa or Sweetwater. Alcoa is the number 1 seed. Actually, CAK actually is the 3 seed. They lost that last game of the season to Alcoa at 31-28, and therefore they dropped from down to the 3rd seed it's in the quadrant. And so let me get this straight right here. Yeah. I'm doing that right in the quadrant. There it is right there. So CAK will play either Alcoa or Sweetwater next week in the quarterfinals. That would be at Alcoa if Alcoa wins its game tonight. And it would be at CAK if Sweetwater were to upset Alcoa. Back here, 1:42 to go. It will be, that time, Smith, DJ Smith on the carry. The 5'11", 185-pound junior gets not much on that 3rd down play. It'll be 4th down upcoming, right? Yes, 4th down, and let's call it 2 from the 28. 8 of Westmoreland. 1:36 to go. Lions way in front. As you would expect, the Westmoreland crowd pretty quiet on the sideline. Last week we had the Stratford band play during halftime. Tonight they will not play on the field. They're not going to march, I don't think. They'll play in the stands, though, during halftime, I believe. So right now, our player of the game in the clubhouse or in the lead is Chase Smith. He would be our player of the game if the game ended right now. 4 touchdowns for Smith. He has all but, I guess, 6 points. The other two on a safety and 4 extra points. Here's 4th down and 2. Westmoreland going to go for it. Graves handoff to Johnson. He will get close. I think he has it. He had to make the 30, and I think he was able to twist his way and fall forward over the 30-yard line that time. Johnson, kind of the big, strong back in there for Westmoreland. He's listed at 5'10", 190, senior, so he's a pretty good low center of gravity type back. It is a first down for Westmoreland. Positive for them. 1:24 clock running here in the first half. And it'll be Graves under center again. In motion and handoff this time to Lane Trout. Trout, a lot of room. Caught from behind that time by Graves, or Charles rather, Chris Charles. And not before a first down run, though. Good one by Trout. Lane Trout. I guess there are 2 Trouts on the team. There's Lane Trout and Marcus Trout. Marcus, the lineman. Lane, a back. And it'll be first down at the 42 for Westmoreland. Trying to get something going here. Under a minute to go, though, and the clock running. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Graves to pass. Looking down the sideline over the head of number 19, Lucas Ward that time. He was defended by Whitaker, I believe that is. Honestly, these uniforms, the numbers get scrunched up on the front. It's hard to see if it's 10 or 18 or 12 sometimes. The numbers are all jumbled up on those jerseys in the front. So it was Whitaker, though, on defense that time. So second down and 10. Clock at 41 seconds remaining. Courtney found some popcorn. All right. Here we go. Graves to pass again. Graves going to be swarmed under that time. Tackled by 2 Lions. Benedict, and they go after each other. It's 78 that time. Benedict and 77 Duval combining for the sack. Timeout by CPA. Well, maybe they are trying to extend the half a little bit here and force a punt momentarily. It's going to be third down right now, though, and 10 for Westmoreland. That was the last, well, was it last time out of the half taken by CPA? We'll check on that one. I thought maybe CPA had 2 left. CPA timeouts left? No. None? Okay. So that will be the last timeout of the half for CPA. And we'll update that. I missed the first one they took. I missed actually the 2 of the timeouts CPA took, I guess. Or we didn't do the scoreboard update. So we'll change that right now, and it's none. Yeah, none for CPA. Westmoreland still has 2. And there we go. Scoreboard out on the field says 0-2. All right, 34 seconds on the clock. Third down and 16 after the sack that time by Benedict and Duval. And back on the field comes Westmoreland's offense. I think, though, they can just run the ball and the clock will run out in the first half. I think that's right, yes. Under 35 seconds right now, 34. If they pass, though, well, it's going to run to Hodge. Hodge will run up the middle. Hodge will be smacked down by Sam Landers. Landers gets up and stomps his feet. What a tackle that time. Landers hit him hard. And I think the half will run out because, 19, 18, 17. Lions have no way to stop it. Unless, I think they're going to let it run out. If I'm Westmoreland, I'm letting it run out. Now they call a timeout. They stop the clock. How about that? Really? On fourth down and 14, they stop the clock. That's odd to me. I thought maybe the play clock would run out. clock 35 seconds in high school? 35 on the play clock in high school. 35. Y'all know? It was gonna run out. They called timeout for some reason, right? Okay, timeout was called by Westmoreland, and I'm trying to get things straight here. 8 seconds to go in the half. I'm perplexed by that call. I thought maybe Westmoreland would let the clock just run out. Maybe they were afraid that it wouldn't run out and it'd be a first down for the Lions at 38. Either way, it's 4th down. I guess they'll punt. I don't know. No timeouts left for CPA, and 1 left for Westmoreland. But we'll see. Well, they're going to run the ball. What are they going to do? They're going to go for it. It's Graves to pass. Graves will run it. Graves has some room. Graves trying to get outside to the left. Graves will be smacked down that time. And the clock run out. Nice job pursuing that play by Chris Charles, I think it was. Yes, 24 Charles makes the tackle. Clock ran out, I think. What's going on here? The referees are talking to Coach Martin. Sorry about that. A little camera jolt there. What's happening? The referee is out at the 47 or so, putting the ball down. Westmoreland's leaving the field. This is weird. Referee's talking to Coach Martin. The ball is sitting there on the 47-yard line. Clock says 0-0-0. And you hear the Jeopardy theme playing as Coach Martin gets a discussion point. This is odd. The referee's going to make a call now. Westmoreland coach is standing there at the 33. Now he's going to wait for the decision. The ball is spotted. There's a flag down at the 50. And Coach Martin is trying to get an explanation from the officials right now. CPA hasn't left. It's odd seeing right now. CPA is still on the sideline. Westmoreland has left. Has gone to the locker room. So the Lions are ready to play another play, and Westmoreland's gone. They're in the locker room or maybe on the bus. If I'm them, I might say, you know what? We're down 30 at halftime. It's a rough night. It's a illegal block declined, and that'll be halftime. Okay, so the play the half is over. That was a funny-looking situation right there where CPA is standing there on their sideline, and Westmoreland's already in the locker room getting warm. So it is halftime, and we've got the cheerleaders coming down. We'll get some footage of those guys doing their thing.
Are you on right now? Hi, how's it going?
It's going well. It's halftime.
Videographer here.
Courtney Baker, CPA junior, doing a fantastic job. Jim Roberts, stats going great tonight. We have a CPA mom right here in the booth. Good to see some CPA parents coming by the press box. All right, so it is halftime. CPA cheerleaders doing their stuff right there. You can see them on camera. Thanks to Courtney, getting cheerleaders coached by Emily Smothers. Does a great job. I think Tasha Haynes helps out as well, or maybe not this year. I don't know. I should know that. Either way, great cheerleading squad we have here at the Academy. Of course, football cheerleaders, and there's some basketball cheerleaders too, including Courtney Baker. I mean, there's a different squad, right, for football and basketball. This would be the football cheerleaders right here. And doing a great job. Wow, look at that. That makes me dizzy just watching that. Up they go. Good job by the cheerleading squad. I couldn't do that if my life depended on it right now. Get on somebody's shoulders and stand up. Okay. Good job, ladies, young ladies. And now we're going to see, well, maybe the band is going to perform. They're out there in the left end zone warming up. I was told that the marching band wouldn't march at this game. Maybe they will, though. That'd be great. Love to see that. And those girls you see standing in a big line right there are the soccer girls. And Mike Elson, our athletic director, and Coach Elson getting a cheer going for the cheerleaders. There you see our soccer team. Coach Elson's going to honor them for their state championship, along with Mr. RBA, Richard Anderson out there. See RBA there, the 40-yard line.
As you can see, we're number 43 playing football, and then
what do we have here?
no, number 13.
Coach
Scotty
Elson.
Hudson, who plays
Scotty Hudson
football and also advanced and finished
is
top 10 in the state golf tournament. So Scotty's going to lead us out. Let's give him a big hand.
You need
We have Coach Steve Wilson presenting Scotty.
And
who's TSSAA
Courtney
medal.
taking a break. Be back with you. Come back, yes. And there we have. Where'd Scotty go? Oh, let me go up here.
Completed his 17th year as our golf coach at CPA.
There they are. So Scotty Hudson, honored for being a state golf participant, state tournament golfer.
Junior
There's Scotty.
Jessica Clark.
And Mr. Steve Wilson, the 17-year golf coach
Jessica
at the
finished
academy.
state runner-up.
And here comes
And an amazing
Jessica
staff.
Clark.
Every sport Jessica's played in high school.
Amazing
She has
athlete.
advanced
There's
to the
Jessica
state
getting
tournament
a
level.
5 from
That's in
Mr.
cross-country,
Anderson along with Mr.
swimming,
Morrow.
and track.
Getting
One
the
big hand for Jessica
medal.
Clark.
and a big hand, Jessica. She finished second in cross country last Saturday, the girls AAA cross country race across the street, actually, at Steeplechase.
And now we have an
And with a
opportunity
wave
we
to the
created
crowd.
about a few weeks ago, and that's to present
And
a
here
state championship team.
we will
The
have
CPA Lions
state
girls
champion.
soccer team 2012.
I'll figure this out, folks. Sorry, I'm
It
not
was
there.
a 6-year-plus
There we go.
journey
There they are.
to fulfill this dream.
6
Tonight,
consecutive state tournament
we'd like to honor
appearances
each girl and their
for the
coaches
Lions girls.
on an
And
awesome
the
tournament
6th time
run.
is a charm as they win,
Let's give each one a big hand,
state
starting with Lizzie Adams.
defeating CAK last Saturday.
Next up, we have Griff Gagliano and Olivia Ball.
Olivia Ball is carrying Coach Brandon Gagliano's
Maggie Cochran.
little boy. All right, yep. We'll zoom in on these.
Lizzie Drummond.
You may hear that Maggie Cawthorn, Lizzie Drummond. See, Coach Elson gets this.
Michaela Howell.
Michaela Howell, freshman who played a big role in the defensive 4 for the Lions.
Greer Hirschman.
Hirschman getting nice little, getting their medals from Mr. Morrow,
Tyler
state
Jones.
champions. I may not catch all the names.
Sterling Moore.
Sterling Moore. You can probably hear this too.
Joe Mo Myers.
Joy Morgan Myers, otherwise known as Jomo.
Julia Payne.
Julia Payne.
Also two-sport athlete in volleyball and soccer, Katie Collins Smith.
Katie Collins Smith. CC,
Kara Wegner.
also a freshman. Wegner, a freshman.
Anne
Goal
Marie
scorer
West.
in the semifinal game last Thursday to propel CPA to the
Next up is sophomore
championship
class,
game.
Susanna Cranford.
sophomores coming now. Cranford, Susanna Cranford.
Ariana Duvall.
Duval,
Mary Morgan McGinty. Not here tonight, Kelsey Riley. And then we have Casey Smith.
Casey Smith, Riley. I'm going to get some of the names. I may not get all the names.
Junior class,
Here come the
Kathleen
juniors.
Ambrose.
Kathleen Ambrose,
Maddie Andrus.
Maddie Andrus, outstanding
Courtney
forward.
Cone.
Courtney Cone. There's Courtney. You see her walking toward the line. Courtney, of course, had some challenge with some health issues toward the end of the season and was more of cheering the team on from the side. And a great member of the team is Courtney.
Hamilton.
Madison Hamilton, new this year on the team.
Megan Roach.
Megan Roach, also outstanding track athlete.
Hannah Ruff.
Hannah Ruff. Yep, Hannah number 14, Hannah.
Alexandra Tabor.
Alexander getting
Now our senior class.
hers. Here come the seniors.
Tonight, the big contributor,
9 of
Mickey
them.
Dye.
No, 8 of them. No, 7 of them. Mickey Dye, I don't think is here.
Michaela Lee.
Michaela Lee, outstanding senior defender.
Mallory McCullough.
Mallory McCullough, forward. Kendall Miller. Kendall's trying to sneak away from Coach Elson convention. There she is in the plaid down there. Meredith Roman, the goalkeeper, gets a big cheer. A lot of shutouts this year for Meredith.
Mary Morgan Smith,
another defender for the Lions. Say two seniors
captains, Lindsay Curtis,
and on defense this year, Lindsay Curtis.
Mason Wampler.
Number 9, Wampler 13 in the yellow right there, getting the medal. She scored the game-winning goal last Saturday against CAK
First up, we have head coach
to
Brandy
propel the Lions to victory. And Coach Brandy Gagliano in the white hat with her little girl there is the head coach. Megan Blaylock, I call her Blayrock. And then Jay Wilkinson, who also coaches, works with the goalkeepers, and does a lot of great stuff with photography and video.
Could not be with us tonight, but was a heartbeat of the team is Julie Curtis.
Julie Curtis being mentioned, assistant coach.
Kentucky tonight
in
the first round of the NCAA tournament.
Okay, I did not know that. Alyssa Curtis graduated 2 years ago, is playing in the NCAA playoffs for UT Martin tonight at Kentucky. So that's where Julie Curtis is, naturally up there supporting Alyssa. And Lindsay, her sister, co-captain, along with Mason Wampler. Here they come out to the middle.
The team wins the tournament. We have the honor and privilege.
This is exciting.
A trophy.
The state championship trophy. Look how big that thing is. That thing is huge. Coach Gagliano will officially present it to Headmaster Richard Anderson. And Lindsay Curtis will have maybe a word, or Mason Wampler. It's Mason thanking the coaches. So Mason says thanks to the coaches. And now Lindsay Curtis might have a word. Coach Elson, RBA, Mr. Morrow.
They've been with us on the benches from start to finish, and they gave us awesome transportation hotels at Chattanooga.
Lindsay thanking Coach Elson for all the help getting nice hotel rooms in Chattanooga. And then Lindsay's thanking the rest of the team out for their role.
We also thank God for giving us this awesome opportunity, and we really want to give this victory back to him. So, yeah.
And then she's thanking the Lord and saying we want to give this victory back to him. That's a great way to finish that presentation. Oh, here's Coach Gagliano talking too.
Thanks, Coach Elson. I just want to say thanks so much to the CPA students, all the coaches and the administration. I've been to a lot of soccer games in my life, and I've never quite seen the support at any school like they do here at CPA. I feel so loved. I know the girls feel loved. You just don't ever see girls soccer, look down the bench and see the headmaster, the principal, the athletic director, the basketball coaches. You just don't ever see that at any other school, and I think that's what makes CPA so special. And so I just thank you guys so much for your support. It means so much to these girls. Let's say congratulations to each and every one of these soccer girls. They've worked so hard between camps, 2-a-days, and it was all worth it. So congratulations, you guys are the best.
Coach Gagliano saying thanks to the school, and there is the trophy. Look at that. That's impressive right there. You see RBA, Lindsay Mason, and Coach Gagliano posing for a picture. Taken by Mr. Philip Kemp, who gives so much of his time and energy to take pictures at these games. Dr. Kemp, and there go the girls. So once again, congratulations. It's the first state championship in girls soccer and the 9th state championship, 9th state team championship for CPA. So 2 last year with basketball and 1 this year with soccer. We go from 6 to 9 state team titles in about a 9-month period, and hoping for football to get number 10. That'd be great. And boys and girls basketball will be favored again to perhaps repeat this year. Now we'll have the band. It is the marching band from Stratford High School. Great to have them, and you'll hear their music. We'll take a quick break while they do their thing. Halftime, about 7 minutes to go till the second half starts. Stay with us. Lions lead 30-0.
Give it up for the Spartanettes. Our concert feature, Al Green's Let's Stay Together. CPA, let's stay together. Give it up for the band. Get ready, CPA. The Spartans are not done yet. All right, Spartans, show us how it's done. Show them how it's done. what you're working with. The party hasn't stopped yet. Get down. Wait, wait, wait. Work it, work it, work it, work it. Stop. Do it, do it, do it. CPA, we thank you for bringing us out here tonight. We come out here to show you we the only band with the S on our chest. CPA, we salute you. Often imitated, but never duplicated. There can only be one Stratford marching band, Spartans. Thank you for having us again, CPA. We love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Stratford Spartans Marching Band! Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's guest band, the Stratford Spartans, are sponsored this evening by Gould Turner Group Architects, Planners and Interiors, Star Physical Therapy, and the law firm of Smith, Cashin and Orr, and other private donors, especially Uncle Dwayne Landers from Baton Rouge. Thank you for in-shuttle transportation and all of our band sponsors. CPA fans, a special announcement. On Thursday, Christ Presbyterian Academy was one of 5 Tennessee schools admitted into the Champions Circle of Blue Cross Blue Shield in the TSSAA Blue Cross Championship Series.
All right, back with you here. Halftime about over from CPA on this Play On Sports TSSAA football broadcast. Phil Newman, your Director of Communications here at the Academy, along with Courtney Baker, CPA Junior, on the broadcast. Just about ready for second half action. Lions, of course, comfortably ahead right now. If you've been watching the first half, you know that. 30-0 over Westmoreland. And a couple scores of interest in the third quarter. It is Cheatham County 21, Fairview 14. So that's a tight game. Fairview was up 7-0 initially. Cheatham County scored 3 touchdowns unanswered, and now Fairview has fought back to within 1 score. So we'll certainly keep our ears open for the rest of that game to see if Cheatham holds on or Fairview can come back and win that game. If Fairview wins, they'll come here next week for a game. If Cheatham County wins, we will go there. We as in CPA will go to Cheatham County, assuming the Lions hang on tonight and win this game. Gusty wind outside, a lot of wind all of a sudden came up and blew our papers around for a second. Kickoff will be taken by CPA. CPA received the opening kickoff in the first half, so they will kick off to Westmoreland to begin the second. Clock starts in a moment. 12 minutes on the clock, third quarter. Osborne's kick is a high one to about the 20. It'll bounce on the ground. Dangerous. Picked up that time. And there's a crack right there. Hodge is running. Spencer Hodge goes. Nice run back by Hodge to the 38. Tackle made that time by CPA's Sam Johnson, I think. He almost took the head off there of Hodge. Hodge got ducked under the tackle, but good run back from about the 19 to the 38. Here is a run by Graves. A lot of room. Graves trying to get past Brown. Will go to bounds that time. Tackle made by, well, not really tackle. He ran out of bounds. Chased by Robert Brown along with Will Whitaker. Gain of 6, I think. So second down 4 upcoming from the 44. Westmoreland quarterback Graves. The sophomore.
Number 21, Robert Brown.
On the run.
Gain of 6 yards on the play. Second down, 4 yards to go Westmoreland. Ball at their 44-yard line.
And it'll be Graves in the shotgun this time with Johnson beside him. Back to pass. Graves looking. Short pass out of the reach that time of Spencer Hodge. That right there might show you something. I don't know if it's the inexperience of Graves or they just haven't passed the ball much this year. I don't think he's had a, well, we said earlier, he's averaged about 3 completed passes per game, so they haven't thrown it much. They run the ball much, much more. Here's inside handoff. Stuffed there. James Elliott, I think it is. Elliott, man, slams that one down. That was a nice play by Elliott on Lucas Ward with the inside handoff. Nothing doing, and that will bring up 4th down and about 8 to go from the 40. And will they punt? I would expect, yes, they will punt. Brad Evans will come on, number 32, in punt formation. And his up back is Wyatt Carter. Back to receive for CPA. Return is Osborne. And 11 minutes flat. Over his head again. He will kick it through. Well, it's still in the end zone. Flag down. Touchdown. Is it? I believe it is. A touchdown. Who else? It's Chase Smith. Recovers in the end zone. Will it stand? I don't believe this. Illegal touching by the punter is the call. And it can't be anybody else but Chase Smith. Is that right? Smith recovers. The attempt by Evans to kick the ball out of the end zone is thwarted. My goodness. And it is a touchdown, 36-0 Lions. So Smith wants in on the action this week, and he ends up falling on that ball. Good hustle play by the Lions to get there, and Smith to recover in the end zone.
Attempt the extra point for the Lions. Number 8, senior Ben Hooper out of the hole with number 32, Mitch Cook.
Chase Smith, right? Yeah. Oh, my gosh. All right. It'll be Hooper kicking, attempting the kick out of the holds of Mitch Cook. Kick is good. Off the net back there. Nice to see a net back there. It's good by Hooper. And it's 37-0 Lions. I'm not laughing at Westmoreland. Let me be clear on that. I'm laughing because Chase Smith was the guy who recovered that one in the end zone. That will be his 5th touchdown of the night. 3 on the ground, 1 receiving, and 1 a fumble recovery. Is that a fumble? Recovery in the end zone off the punt. What happened there, if you aren't familiar with the game, it was Brad Evans, the punter, was trying to kick the ball out of the end zone for a safety and just kind of surrender 2 points. And what happened, instead the ball took a bounce in the end zone and stayed in the field, and Smith hustled down there and jumped on it. So touchdown CPA, touchdown Chase Smith.
Cheatham County 21. Fairview on the comeback trail with 14.
Still 21-14 in that Cheatham County Fairview game. And a lot of fans here really pulling for Fairview tonight. Want a home game, obviously want a home game. Always want a home game when you can get it. Hooper will kick again. So Osborne getting his some leg rest tonight, if you will. Osborne, the first-string kicker, but Hooper, we'll see if Hooper's kickoff gives Osborne a chance to rest his leg a little bit. 10:47 to go, third quarter. Kick is a high one. Nice job by Ben, all the way down to the 9-yard line. Taken by Spencer Hodge. Hodge looking for some room, won't get much. To the 26 or so. Tackle made initially by Whitaker with some help by Manuel. And who else is in the mix there? I think maybe Spencer Woods. Cack may have been there too. So 1st and 10, Westmoreland from the 26 of Westmoreland. Clock running with 10:21 to go, 37-0 Lions lead. Will reset our timeouts. Actually, they should say 3 apiece, so I apologize for that confusion, if you noticed that. So 3 apiece. And here it is, Westmoreland trying to get something going. Handoff, a lot of room that time for Johnson. Johnson spinning, Johnson churning down all the way to the 42 for a first down. Good run by Stephen Johnson, tackled by Keck along with number 29 for CPA, Grady Sutton. Sutton was the first man there. I think Keck helped out on the tackle. But a big hole. Keck and Sutton on the tackle, I think.
Keck and Sutton making the tackle for the Lions.
9:42 remaining in the third.
First down, 10 yards to go. Eagles ball at their 42-yard.
1st and 10, Eagles. Obviously, they're going to try to get some offense here. Graves, handoff at the middle. Johnson again, I think it is. Steven will be met by a swarming pride of Lions in the middle. Maybe gained a yard. They're going to mark him, yes, with a yard gain right there. But not much. No room that time for Stephen Johnson. He's got a lot of carries tonight. Halftime stats, it's first downs 12-5 in CPA's favor. Total yards, 193 for Lions and 63 for Westmoreland. Passing yards, we'll have in a second. Here's Graves, handoff to Lucas Ward. Ward gets to the near midfield right there.
Ball carrier for the Eagles, number 19,
for the junior. Passing yards, let's see if I can get that right here. 118 for Mitchell and 12 for Westmoreland. So big gap right there, you can just tell. 118 to 12 passing yards. Passing attempts, 8 of 10 for Mitchell. No interceptions, 2 of 5 for Graves. Here's a run up the middle. Maybe a first down. Yes, it will. It was Johnson again. Is definitely earning his keep tonight is Johnson. He will get a first down past midfield to the 46. Other stats of interest in the first half. Penalties were, let's see, 13 penalties total. 6 against the Lions, 7 against Westmoreland. 6 for 40 and 7 for 55. So a lot of penalties, a lot of hankies on the field in that first half. 7:50 to go, third quarter. Graves handoff to Hodge. Hodge trying to get some room. He'll get some room, make a nice play. He was met by Andrew Manuel, and he burst kind of forth, tackled by Manuel, but it took a couple yards. And it'll be a 5-yard gain for Hodge. So we're keeping one ear on the Fairview-Cheatham County game right now. 21-14, Cheatham County leads, last we heard. Milan was ahead in its game. Alcoa, big. They won their game big over in East Tennessee, so they move on in that quadrant. And where is that bracket? So Alcoa will face CAK in a rematch. Wow, that's a big game. Huge game right there. Well, that at least knocks one of those two teams out next week. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson up the middle. Johnson moving his legs. Tackled that time by 77. Jean-Luc Duval.
Steven Johnson on the carry.
It'll bring up a first down. It was a good first down gain. Or rather, it was a first down earned that time by Johnson. Up to the 34. So right now on the move, Westmoreland trying to get some points on the board and avoid the goose egg. They are, I believe, as deep as they've been all night in Lion territory. Graves. Pitch out. Johnson up the middle. Johnson churning to the 30. About 5 yards, maybe a little bit short of that. 6:15 clock running. Clock will keep running. And if they run the ball, it'll run even faster. Spencer Woods, credited with the tackle that time for CPA. So that next week, the winner of the Alcoa CAK game will play in the semifinals up in the East quadrant or East bracket. So CPA would not meet either one of those teams until the state title game if CPA were to advance that far. You hope so. Hand off this time to Trout. Trout gets to the close to the first down. A little bit short, I think, that time was Lane Trout. Tackle made by Spencer Woods and maybe Keck also. Matt Keck, the sophomore. Woods was nearby, too. Boy, Keck has come on strong this season. Matt Keck has had an outstanding season at linebacker. And, of course, he had to. Houston Nichols has been out. And Fleener went out early in the season. 21-21 now. The crowd erupts a little bit there as they hear that Fairview has tied Cheatham County. Hand off. No, keeper this time. Slipping down there is DJ Smith on the Wildcat play, the junior. I don't think it would have gone too far anyway, but he slipped and fell down behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of a couple. That'll bring up 4th down and 3, maybe 4, 3.5. 4:45 to go in the third. This second half will go by more quickly than the first half because the clock will keep running. So the game is tied in Cheatham County. We're all interested to see how that goes. This time it's Johnson up the middle. Johnson hit hard. Who was that? What a tackle that time made by, was it Keck? Woods? Maybe Benedict. I don't know. Somebody hit him really hard. It'll be Keck with the tackle, but I think somebody else may have hit him too. That was a nice smackdown, so that'll be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 Lions from the 27 of CPA. 4:17 remaining here in the third. It's a matter of now what the final score will be in this game. Game's over. Lions will advance to the quarterfinals for the second consecutive year. Back to passes, Mitchell. Mitchell toward Richard. Richard, does he have a block? Yes. Blocked by Paul Adams there. Richard still going. Richard out of bounds at about the 41. Good job by Paul Adams, 74, to get out in front. Also, Don Mitchell was up there blocking, number 51. Don, the twin of quarterback Albert Mitchell. Don gets a little bit less pub, if you will, as most linemen do. Most linemen don't get nearly the credit they deserve. But Mitchell's a good one, along with Adams right there. Hunter Cross, 50s on the line also. Elliott, of course. We talk about Elliott quite a bit. And then Jack Hooper at center right now. No, that's not Hooper at center. Actually, it's let me get that right. It's Connor Brown. Connor Brown, a familiar sight at the center position for CPA. So give a big shout out to those linemen who don't get as much glory as the skill players do, if you will. Quote unquote skill position players. Now they're skilled too, those guys on the line. They just don't get as much publicity. Nice run that time by Max Presley. Gets the ball and goes about 4, maybe 5. Second down and 4, we'll call it. 3 minutes to go and change in the third quarter. Mitchell still in the game. He may go out soon. Hand off to Joe Trice. Trice, 16 with a sweep. A lot of room for Trice. Trice, one man to beat. Trice cuts it outside. Stiff arm. He's dragged down. Nice run. He's still going, actually. He's finally dragged down that time by DJ Smith. But a good run by Trice. All the way down to the 27-yard line of Westmoreland. Good blocking and a good scheme that time, and a good hole. A good job of Trice to see the hole and accelerate through it. He didn't leave any doubt that he was going to make it through that hole, and he did so nicely. And if he gets past DJ Smith that time, he's gone to the house. But instead, he's tackled down. Oh, hold on a minute. There's a hanky down. Oh, no. It's coming back. It's all for naught. All that talk about the run by Trice, it was nice, but it will be nullified by the penalty. Again, CPA will be marched back to the 45, the Lions, where it will be second down again. It's holding. That's a bad penalty. Yeah, you hate holding. It's a drive killer. Second down now and 6 at the 45 instead of first and 10. Wave it way down. Hand off. Isaacs. Is it Isaacs? Still going. No, it's Trice again. I think it's Trice. Yep. Joe Trice once again. Nice run by Trice up the middle. Trice is a junior, so he's back next year. He goes out and Presley comes back in. Max Presley is back in the game, and he is a junior. So Presley back next year too. You'll see a lot of them next year. Presley and Trice, I'm sure. Now whistle blows before the play. That was handoff to Presley. So 1:22 clock running here in the third. The mercy rule in effect. Clock will keep running. 37-0 Lions. And we'll have, I expect, a pretty fast fourth quarter, too. Now we're going to try, I say, to get an interview up here with Chase Smith. He'll be our player of the game for CPA, if we can get him up here. I'll try to run down and we'll get him up and we'll interview him here on camera and once we get the game over. Here is Mitchell. Back to pass. Mitchell going long for Richard. Over his head. Almost intercepted that time by Wyatt Carter, but I think maybe Richard actually disrupted that interception. I think Carter had a beat on it, and Richard put a hand up and maybe distracted him. So over the head of Richard, almost picked off by Carter. Incomplete. I'm a little surprised to see CPA throwing the ball. Actually, there's a flag down now. Marched off against CPA again. At halftime, there were 13 penalties, and we've had a bunch more in this quarter as well. Clock running, those will be, it's holding against CPA. It'll go way back. Clock's going to run out here, I think, on the third quarter. Yes, it will before this next play. It's going to be first down to Maryland Farms to go. First and 30. Clock's going to run out. Yeah, that's the third quarter. All right, Lions will lead 37-0 after 3. They win that quarter 7-0. To add to the lead and continue the shutout. They will switch sides, and Lions will finish off the game going from east to west here at the Den. Ainsworth is beating McCauley 23-7, so Ainsworth is going to move on in their division of playoffs. Beach beating Hillsboro in a shutout. Brentwood Academy is rolling over Briarcrest out of West Tennessee, 30-10. So BA will move on in their division as well, looks like. We'll keep an ear out for that score from Cheatham County.
Ladies and gentlemen, a special thanks to those serving you in the press box this evening on the internet broadcast. Mr. Phil Newman, your scoreboard operator, CPA senior Grant Templeton, in his 5th year at the controls. Your sound engineer is John Elefante. The spotter is Jim Ward, and the CPA statistician is the ageless Jim Roberts. Albert Mitchell's pass intended for number 23, Max Presley, intercepted by number 8, Spencer Hodge. First down, 10 yards to go, Westmoreland.
That time ball pass is picked off. Mitchell's pass intercepted. A rare pick for Mitchell. Westmoreland will take over on the interception. Intended for Presley that time. So once again, Westmoreland is in Lion territory at the 38, trying to get on the board here. They want to finish their season with at least some points, perhaps, if they can. It's Graves in the gun. Graves makes a move. He'll run the ball. And out of bounds goes Graves. Nice play there by Trice to not hit him out of bounds. Trice was right there on the sideline, put his hands up as if to say, hey, I'm not going to get called for a penalty here on the shove out of bounds. 3-yard gain for Graves. Ball on the 35 now. Back in comes Hodge, and out will go Lane Trout. Westmoreland, no points tonight, obviously. We are in the 4th quarter. I apologize, the scoreboard is wrong. They fixed that. 4th quarter is underway. Here's the run by Hodge. Hodge goes tackled by Keck there, but it might be a first down. I think it is for Hodge.
Spencer Hodge on the three for Westmoreland.
I was upstairs for a minute asking one of the coaches to get word to the field if we can. I've also texted Coach Mike Elson trying to get word down to get Chase Smith up here if possible for a post-game interview on the air. So don't go anywhere after the game if you're watching from home or wherever you are. I wonder if we have perhaps our friend Matt Farigi watching from Lebanon, as in the country, not the antiques capital of Tennessee. Here is Graves. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson tackled by Benedict. Oh, no, Duval, actually, I think, 77. Gets a couple yards, though, to Johnson. He's a good runner, good, strong runner. And he's carried the ball a bunch of times tonight. I don't have the number of carries in front of me. Maybe I do. Let's see if I have at halftime. At halftime, where is it? Maybe I have it. Let's go. Keep going here. Yeah, Johnson at halftime had 9 carries for 40 yards. And he's had at least 6 or 8 this half. Handoff this time is to Ward. Ward, upfield he goes. Close to a first down at the 17. Did a good job there of finding a hole and then putting his head down and going up the field, not going too far side to side. He actually he came up gimping on his ankle there, perhaps, his foot. Once again, thanks to the Stratford High School band and those students for coming over to bless us again with a marching band experience and join Max Fullwider, our band director here at CPA, collaborating with Mr. Fullwider and his students. CPA has an outstanding band. It's not quite enough numbers to make a marching band yet. So Stratford came over and really blessed us tonight. 3rd down and 1. On the keeper, it's Graves up the field. Graves first down and a little bit more. He spins down, tackled by Keck, along with Duval. Jean-Luc Duval in the game for CPA is a senior, getting lots of reps tonight. A lot of younger players in the game for the Lions, too. You can see some of the numbers coming in and out. Some of the going 2 deep, 3 deep on the depth chart. tonight as the Lions lead comfortably 37-0. My question would be, is Chase Smith going to score again? That's my big burning question. Smith has all 5 TDs for CPA tonight. Here's Hodge up the middle. Hodge tackled by Keck along. Well, the ball comes loose. Was he down? I guess he was down. They're going to say Woods and Keck on the tackle that time. Woods a junior and Keck a sophomore. This year, all the linebackers, I think, returned from last year for CPA, and they have a couple young guys this year who will keep playing strong next year with Keck and Woods in there. Landers will graduate. He's a senior. Hand off Johnson. Johnson up the middle. Johnson a long way. Johnson will get in the end zone, will he? No shutout. Touchdown on Steven Johnson. Well, he probably deserved that one. He's run hard tonight for Westmoreland, and finally they get in. 37-6 right now. This game may end up looking a little bit closer than it really is because Lions have taken a lot of the starters out, I think on defense especially. Well, offense too. Chase Smith hasn't run the ball much lately. It's been more the Presley and Trice show of late on offense. In the game to kick will be Chapman. Snap, hold, kick, good, over the net. So with 7:20 to go in the fourth quarter, it'll be Lions 37 and Westmoreland 7 that time. Caliph Chapman on the extra point right there. Not Caleb Chapman, Caliph Chapman for Westmoreland. Kicks it through. So once again, stick around. We'll try to get Chase Smith up here for a post-game interview. Player of the game, no question about that, with 5 TDs. Game scoring recap, Lions score first, make it 7-0 on a run by Smith on the first drive, a 3-play drive. Next score is Smith on a 15-yard run after Richard made a great catch, 14-0. Then a safety on a punt that goes over the snap goes over the head of the punter, 16-0. Then Smith scores on a run, it's 23-0. Right? No, wait, 23-0. Then Smith scores on a touchdown catch, make it 30-0 at halftime. And then Smith recovers a punt, an attempt by the punter to kick it out of the end zone, and recovers in the end zone, does Chase Smith, and that makes it 37-0. So if you're fantasy league for high school, you want Chase Smith on your team right now. He's got whatever that is, 5 times 6 is 30, right? He has 30 points. No? Yes. 30 points tonight, and you have 5 PATs. And outside kick will be taken, I think, short of the 50, though. Hold on a minute. I think it was attempted, but it was going to be touched before it went 10 yards, from my vantage point anyway. We'll see if they judge it as such. We got the math right on that. Smith with 30 points for CPA. Yes. And the safety was 2 more. Well, hold on a minute. Let me get this right. Yes. The safety was 2 more, and the extra points are 5 more, make it 37. All right, 37-0. It will be CPA football. That onside kick attempt was touched before it went 10 yards. Lions take over with 7:20 to go in the game. Quarterback, it will be Zach, I think. Yep, Zach Weatherly's in the game, the freshman. Good chance for Zach to get some reps, number 2 in the shotgun. Going to roll out to pass, out to the flat. Oh, my goodness, almost picked off that time by number 52, Jay Wright. Intended receiver was that Manuel down there? Andrew Manuel? He's hurt. He's down with a cramp, I think maybe. He'll come off the field a little bit gingerly. So that pass in the flat was nearly picked off. Really good play by Manuel there to thwart the interception attempt. Lions still have it with Weatherly in the game. There's Woods in the backfield. I think Presley as well. No, Isaacs. Xander Isaacs is in the backfield. Receivers 3 out wide, 2 this side, 1 the other. No, it's Trice in the backfield. Zach Weatherly will be sacked. Didn't see anybody open downfield, so he'll be sacked that time. Good pursuit by Westmoreland's Patrick French. Be a loss of a bunch for CPA, loss of about 8, I think. So it'll be 3rd and long 3rd and 18. 6:45 clock running. Lions will win. They'll move on to the quarterfinals. Zach back to pass. Weatherly looking up long. That time it is picked off by French. No, not by French. By Wright. Jay Wright. Intended receiver that time was William Trapnell. Will Trapnell, number 26, the junior. And couldn't quite get under that. It was a little bit over his head, and Wright was there to pick it off. Nice catch that time by Jay Wright for Westmoreland. They'll get the ball back. 6:30 to go. This is now all about younger players getting reps for CPA, and that may result in some turnovers and some plays. This game could have been, I think, 65-0 if the Lions wanted to pour it on, and they really haven't wanted to. They don't care. They want to move on. That's the idea. Here's a handoff up the middle. A lot of room that time for Ward. Still going. Tackle made by Ben Hooper. Finally, Lucas Ward with a good run. First down run up to the 42. Looks like that. I think most of the starters are still in, I think, for Westmoreland. Yeah. Yeah, they're rotating. Of course, they don't go very deep. Their roster lists 55 guys, and they list 8 seniors, 11 juniors, 16 sophomores, and 20 freshmen. They're a young team. Up the middle, still moving, pounding through there. Tackled finally, gang tackled is Westmoreland's number 44 that time. It is Patrick French. So they're maybe getting some of their second team guys. Coach Martin mentioned yesterday that they really do play a lot of their guys both ways, their starters. So not a lot of depth in terms of they don't have a lot of guys who go one way, put it that way. Most guys start to play offense and defense and special teams. 2nd down and 3. Handoff. And Churning's way for a first down that time will be Darren Akins, number 4. Tackled by Woods. It's a lot of younger guys getting to play for both teams right now. Clock at 5:18 and running.
Cole Smith on the tackle.
And here we go. It'll be on the run. It's French again, I think, 44. Patrick French, the junior. He'll gain a couple yards.
Patrick French on the carry.
We'll keep the camera going here, and I'll be back with you in just a minute. I'm going to take a quick get a quick message to somebody, so just stick around. Don't go anywhere. Lions lead 37-7, 4:43 to go, clock running. We'll stay with you. I'll be right back with the audio.
Brandon Hudson, the ball carrier for the Eagles. Number 27, Alden Seeger on the tackle for CPA. Third down, 3 yards to go, Westmoreland. Ball at the CPA, 39-yard line. Chance Hall on the carry for Westmoreland. Alden Seeger making the stop for CPA. Gain of 2 on the play. 4th down, 1 yard to go, Westmoreland. DJ Smith, the ball carrier for Westmoreland. Jacob Webster making the tackle for the Lions.
All right, back with you. Just heard Jacob Webster's name. Webster is a freshman, too, for CPA, so a lot of young guys getting some reps in the game right now. And off the middle, wide open is French, all the way down toward the goal line. Tackled by Ben Hooper at the 1, though. A long way back up from the... I want to make sure I got Chase Smith lined up to come up here after the game for an interview. So stick around. Don't leave. When the game ends, we'll have Chase Smith. We'll do our stats, and we'll do any scores we can get a hold of, and we'll do Chase Smith's interview on camera. First and goal at the 1, and there's movement. I think CPA was offside that time. We'll see. It might have been Wright Neighbors, a freshman. Mostly freshmen in the game, I believe, right now for CPA, or sophomores. It'll be not much of a penalty there. It's only inches on the penalty. Half the distance of the goal right there was probably about an inch. Very close to the goal line. Westmoreland trying to make this game look even closer than it actually could have been. Handoff for French. He walks in, no problem. Westmoreland scores with 1:48 to go in the game, and they will get their second touchdown of the night. It is academic right now, pretty much. They will be done with a record of 9-3. The Lions will go to 12-0 on the season, and that makes Ingle Martin, his 2 years as head coach, he'll be 24-2. That's right on my math. Last year, the 2 losses. 1 point at Maplewood, and then 2 points at Milan. So in 2 years so far, Ingle Martin has lost by a total of 3 points in his 2 losses. His team's 2 losses, I should say. But I'd say being 24-2 overall, pretty good start out of the gate for Coach Ingle Martin, head coach starting last year. Everybody knows before that he was at Innsworth, helping them win state the year before that. And, of course, he is known in these parts as having played at Florida and at Furman, where he was All-American, quarterback and punter. Is that right, All-American? I may have got that wrong. NFL, drafted, played for the Green Bay Packers, Titans, the Chiefs, and briefly with the Broncos, too. And, of course, back in high school, he was over at NBA, where he was a 2-time Mr. Football. So Ingle Martin, everybody knows Ingle Martin around here. And we're so thrilled and blessed to have Coach Martin, and even more blessed to have his lovely wife, Jennifer Martin, part of the CPA family as well. And their 2 little ones. They've got not so little, actually, more as Wright Martin. He's 3. Is he 3? Maybe 3, going on 20. The way Coach Martin looking up at this here. Onside kick again. Touched by CPA. He recovered. Well, still going. Who is that with the ball? He may score. It is a nice run back. Out of bounds will go Sutton, Grady Sutton, the junior. Good run back right there, all the way down to the 25 of Westmoreland. 1:35 to go in the game. CPA will probably take a knee here. Maybe. Coach Martin may want to get those younger players some actual game-type reps. We'll see. 37-14, I have that right? Let me get that update on the scoreboard. The extra point was good. This will be correct now. Here we go. Okay, yes, that's correct. It is Weatherly. The handoff to Hooper. Going left. Hooper trying to get outside. Can't do it. He'll be swarmed under a little bit short of the line of scrimmage. I believe he was maybe a loss of yards. Well, Cheatham County has pulled away, it looks like, from Fairview. 36-21. So all signs point to CPA traveling to Cheatham County next Friday night for a quarterfinal game. Here is Hooper again, going the other direction this time. Tackle made by Lane Trout. not much of a gain, if anything. They're running the clock out here. Under a minute to go in the game now. So we just heard it. Looks like Fairview's bid to upset number 1 seed Cheatham County in this quadrant will come up short. Into the game for CPA right now comes Glenn. Glenn Fleener is on the field. How good is that to see? Number 41, Fleener, in the backfield right now. With the ACL injury early in the season, hasn't played in uniform last week as a spectator. Not supposed to be playing, but he's on the field for a play, for the victory play, maybe. Let's see. Yes, take a knee there, does Zach Weatherly. And what a good thing to see Fleener get in the game. How about that for Glenn? He's had a rough season with that early knee injury, a senior. He had a big senior year on tap. There's the players hugging him. You love to see that part of it. You hate to see the injury. You hate to see him have to sit out the season as a senior, but you like to see that show right there of sportsmanship and teamwork to have him on the field. So that's the final. You see both teams shaking hands now at midfield, roughly midfield. Westmoreland, honestly, overmatched tonight. At 37-14 final score appears closer than it really was. We said it earlier, the Lions could have won this game by as much as they wanted to, basically. I don't mean to say that in a way that's belittling at all to Westmoreland. It just is it's the case. These teams were not a good match. So, CPA will advance to the quarterfinal round to play, it looks like Cheatham County, at Cheatham County. Both teams undefeated. Both teams will come in 12-0. Cheatham County defeated Grundy County last week 69-30. Is that right? Wow. And then they're defeating Fairview tonight. Right now it's 36-21. I think that game probably is over for all intents and purposes. In this game, of course, CPA beats Good Pasture last week, big. And then they beat, Cheatham County is leading. So it'll be in the quarterfinals, we'll have Cheatham County hosting CPA. Milan, I think, will host. It'll be either East Hickman or Hickman County. I didn't hear the score on that one yet. Doesn't matter much right now. What matters is the next game for CPA, which will be an away game at Cheatham County, barring a miracle comeback by Fairview late in this game. On the other quadrant, not sure about the other. At the other side of the bracket, I know that one quarterfinal will feature Alcoa and CAK over in Knoxville. That should be at Alcoa, over in East Tennessee, rather, not in Knoxville. Alcoa is near Knoxville. So Christian Academy Knoxville, the defending state champion, will face Alcoa. And the Lions will be another quarterfinal. Last year they took on, let me get this right, if I get this right, it was it Pearl Cone? I think it was Pearl Cone last year here at CPA. Sorry, okay. Trying to get something out here, I apologize for that. And this year it'll be Cheatham County in the quarterfinal. And we'll have the stats in a minute for this game. Okay, the stat that matters probably the most is the scoreboard, of course, and that was partly as a result of Chase Smith with 5 touchdowns tonight. We'll have Chase on the air here momentarily for an interview. And as soon as he gets here, we'll turn the camera around and we'll talk with Chase Smith. So stay tuned for that. Don't go anywhere. Once again, big thanks to Courtney Baker, CPA junior, right? Cheerleader and for basketball, right? And Courtney doing a great job with our camera tonight. We appreciate her being with us. Hang on one second. We're going to get ready for Chase Smith to come by. And see the players coming over to thank the fans. And it'll be an away game, and if the Lions, if they're able to win the game next week at Cheatham County, then that would mean CPA will get to come back and perhaps host a game, we'll see, in the semifinals. That'll all depend on what happens in the other quadrant, the other bracket, I guess. Main thing is, I'm sure Coach Martin will say, don't worry about who you're playing or where you're playing, just win. Now you can see the Lions football team over by the fans. They may be singing a song with the band. Let's see if that happens. The alma mater. The alma mater. Yeah, there it comes. I think the band's playing it and the guys are singing it. If I can hear that. I can't hear that far down there. Yep, that's the marching band and CPA and Stratford band singing that song, playing the song and singing the song. Alma Mater, Soli Deo Gloria, which was written by our good friend and CPA parent, Stephen Curtis Chapman. We're so thankful for the way the Lord has spoken through Stephen with that song and blessed our community with the Alma Mater. And I see Chase Smith in that group, so it'll be a couple minutes before we get Chase up here for the post-game interview. And when the song's over, he'll make his way up this way, I think. I told him directly, so hopefully he remembers that. You never know. These guys have a lot on their minds down there. That's a great sight to see, though, all the players. And I think the coaches in that mix, too, maybe? No, players mostly. So, Gary, for Cheatham County, let me just tell you this much. What I know of Cheatham County is they are also, like Westmoreland, a running team. They love to run the ball, and I think what I hear is that they have maybe 3 rushers with 1,000 yards this season. If that's the case, that's what I've heard. That would be amazing, and they would like to run the ball a lot. Cheatham County, of course, undefeated, like CPA. So we'll have something got to give next week, next Friday night. And CPA fans, you'll see emails and website and on Facebook there'll be directions up there to Cheatham County's field. And there they break up from that, and you still hear the Stratford band playing and CPA band members. Once again, a big shout out to Max Fullwider, who's our band director here at CPA. Does a great job with our band. Speaking of fine arts here at the Academy, band is one of those great programs. Another one is theater, and that's next Thursday is the fall main stage production of CPA's play. It's called The Curious Savage. And we'll just have the camera on the field in general. And in a minute, we're going to turn around and talk to Chase Smith. So stick with us. The Curious Savage is on stage next Thursday night at 7, and then Saturday at 2 and 7. And tickets are available on sale at reception desks, at the high school reception desk, at the high school fine arts suite, at the middle school reception desk, also at the lower elementary school desk on the west side of campus. And $10 for adults and $5 for students. I'll tell you what, that's going to be a great, great performance. 3 great performances by our CPA Fine Arts thespians, young men, young women, led by Mrs. Paula Flott, our creative director. And if you get a chance to go. Enjoy a great performance by these young actors and actresses at CPA. So that's, again, The Curious Savage. It's a play, and it's on stage at the Event Center, also known as the Elementary and Middle School Gymnasium, next Thursday and Saturday. 7 o'clock Thursday, 2 and 7 on Saturday. Hope to see you there. And we love our sports at the Academy. We love our arts as well, and we love our academics, of course. So I'm looking for, here comes Chase Smith making his way this direction. Number 22, the senior. He scored all 5 touchdowns tonight for CPA. He's had a great year on the ground with over 1,400 yards, I think. Well, probably so. So Chase Smith will be here in a second, and we'll have an interview with him. Here he is. All right. Let's get him mic'd up right here. Chase Smith. There you go. I don't know if you can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me at all.
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you too. That's great. All right, we're going to go right here, and the camera's going to look at us.
All right.
Let's see if are we on? I don't know if we're on or not. Okay. I think we're on. Hold on one second. Let's get this get it figured out here. And bear with us for a second. Okay. I don't know. Well, now we're maybe a little bit crooked. All right, doesn't matter.
We're all good.
Let's just do it. All right, Chase Smith, if my numbers are correct, you scored all touchdowns for CPA, 5 touchdowns tonight, 3 on the ground, 1 in the air, and 1 on the safety recovery. That's a big night, 30 points. What do you say about that kind of a night for you?
Well, obviously I couldn't have done it without the guys up front, on those 3 rushing touchdowns, and the holes were wide open. So, I mean, there's nothing really I did. It was all the guys up front, and then Albert hit me perfectly in stride on that pass. It was wide open. So, really just got to thank my teammates for presenting those big plays for me.
No question. Also, I think you may have hit 1,400 yards. I'm not sure. You had 1,335 yards coming into the game. I'm not sure if you probably got enough to go over 1,400, I think. So, what does that mean to you to have such a great rushing season this year?
It's really encouraging. Coming into the year, I don't think I even expected to do this well. And again, though, I got 3 senior linemen up front, and they're incredible. So I got to give a lot of what I've done, all the credit to them.
Get those names. Let's see. So you got
James
Elliott
Jack
up
Cooper,
there,
and Don Mitchell.
And Mitchell up there.
And then Paul Adams is great.
And Paul
also is
50.
Hunter Cross, Connor Brown.
Connor, center, Connor. Yeah. So a lot of great blocking. You guys have been a really balanced attack. I mean, what does it mean to have Albert back there throwing and you running and other guys running to be balanced?
I mean, it's great because, when one, me or Albert, whoever they're trying to stop, the other guy's going to be able to make plays in his area of the game, and that Albert's going to be able to hit the passes when, they're stuffing the run game or when the run game's open, It complements. So.
I'm curious to know, and I know it's a whole new season from last year, but do you guys think or talk at all about that? The way you went out last season, it was a tough way to go, 2-point loss at Milan. Is that at all a motivating factor in wanting to go farther this year? Definitely
is. Our whole motto this year has been finish. We break down almost every time when we're in any area of the game. Anytime we're breaking down on finish. So that's been our whole motto this year, and in the playoffs, that's the most important thing, finishing. We want to finish the whole thing. We want to win the state championship.
One second, let me try to do a little bit of work here on the camera. I don't know if that might help or not. It's hard to. Whoops, sorry about that. Our camera is being a little bit stubborn right here. Let's try that. See if we can get a little bit of. Sorry about that, Chase. Thanks for bearing with. I think we're a little straighter now. I'm not sure. I wanted to ask you too. You play defense, of course. Obviously, you go on defense as well. The next week, Cheatham County, they have 3 rushers. I think over 1,000 yards. They have 3 strong rushers. I know you're just barely looking ahead to that game, but what are you guys gonna have to do defensively to get ready for that team?
Honestly, we take each game's a step, and we haven't even thought about Cheatham County yet. We've
that makes sense.
Been doing our thing. I've heard they've been having a good year. But we're going to just do what the coach tells us to do. We're going to get them schemed real well, get a good game plan for them, and we're going to take care of business.
All right, Chase Smith, running back and defensive back, right?
Yes, sir.
5 touchdowns tonight, and gives credit to his teammates for blocking for him, and Albert, of course, for throwing the ball. But Chase, great game as well. Congrats to Chase. Thanks for being with us, our player of the game tonight.
Thank you.
And good luck next week at Cheatham County.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll get that. Thanks, Chase Smith. And there we go.
All right.
Good game, Chase. We'll apologize for that camera being a little out of whack. It's a little bit better now. So we'll just sum up the game by saying the Lions win at 37-14 over Westmoreland. The game was not that close, actually. Westmoreland came back, scored twice late, but they really were not in the game ever. The game could have been even much more for CPA. So Lions win. They advance to the quarterfinals. They'll take on Cheatham County at Cheatham County next Friday night. This is Phil Newman for Courtney Baker. Thanking you for joining us tonight. We hope to bring you the broadcast next Friday. Stay tuned for news via email, website, and Facebook about the link for that broadcast. Once again, thanks for joining us, and good night from CPA.